Hello and welcome to Core. We're here to talk about video games. Are you here to listen? Well, good deal. That's the relationship we're looking for. I'm Scott Johnson with Beau Schwartz and John Jagger. We're all here. Woo! John's still under the weather. Yeah, John's about, I don't know. What would you give yourself a percentage? 50%, 60?
I feel slightly worse than I did last week, but that's after getting way worse. So since we last spoke, my son got pink eye, which meant I got pink eye. Mm-hmm. First in one eye, then the next day in the other eye. So it was staggered pink eye.
Pink eyes.
Pink eyes.
With a Z.
Yeah. Why is that funny? That's funny, and it shouldn't be because of the stupid shapes with the Z thing. I know.
Stupid shapes with the Z is embedded. As soon as something's plural, I'm like, is it with a Z?
Oh, that made me laugh. Sorry. And what else? And
then while fighting off pink eye, the original sickness from last week got considerably worse.
Yeah.
And so this is actually me recovering a lot. I feel a lot better right now, but I don't sound it. And I don't look it. You can't see me, but trust me.
Yeah.
And I don't exactly feel it, but we're on the mend. I think. I hope.
This pleases me to hear that you're potentially doing better, because that sucks. Nobody should be sick like that. And watching a kid who's also sick a little bit, got the pink eye and the whatnot. The worst part is the kids heal real quick, and then you're left going, oh.
Yeah, that was annoying. Like day 2 of him having pink eye. And his eyes are bright white. Yeah. And I'm on like day 3, day 4, and my eye is still stupid pink. And I'm like taking him to school wearing a hat and glasses to try and hide because I'm taking the eye drops. I'm not supposed to be contagious anymore. But you feel guilty taking a kid to preschool when you look and sound awful. Yeah. You're like, yep, I'm responsible. Let me ship off my kid. But thankfully, he looks and sounds good.
Oh, good.
It's just me. I don't.
You just sound like trash. Well, that's okay. I actually think you sound kind of cool. So we're gonna let you talk as little or as much as you want today. Sorry, chat, and those watching video. That John picture with the can on his head is all you're gonna get. That's the only visual you're gonna get from John today. And we're all going to have to be okay with it. I got a couple of things to share real fast. Assuming John feels well enough to do it, probably, I assume by tomorrow you should be feeling even better. We hope so. We'll let you know if it's different, but we're going to play our third session of Silent Hill F for our month of Halloween scariness. The first 2 are up on the archive. Go to youtube.com/Scott Johnson if you want to watch the entire thing. There are also shortened supercut versions of our time in there.
For the people who just want Scott yelling ASMR.
Yeah. You want me yelling, screaming, and swearing? Those are your best shots. Also some great John quips in there for those with less attention spans. But if you want the full 4 hours thus far experience, it's all up there. And in theory, we're halfway through this game. In theory. Because it's supposed to be 10 hours. But I also diddle and daddle quite a bit. So who knows if we're really that far along. But we'll find out. One way or the other. Also, I want to put a big congrats out. Beau, you're part of this, so this is a big deal. To the Core Within Core WoW Guild team, raid team.
Yeah.
My former raid team until I come back and then have everybody carry me again. That'll be great.
Nobody cared.
I know. I'm kidding. I did tank. I had a great time tanking, but
you're not doing the job. We all die.
I'll be back. But the Core Mythic Guild Dungeon Open Season 3 has a winner. Congratulations to Operation Thorn Rain, who scored an impressive 189 points. And during this event, Operation Thorn Rain was able to raise their healer Thorn Rain's mythic rating from 100 to over 2,800. Operation Thorn Rain will receive 500,000 gold in prizes in the game. If you're interested in joining the WoW Guild, go over to discord.gg/core guild. But there's another bit to this. All right. And the other bit is you guys were the first. You were the guild first for taking down Zippy Head, whatever the name.
Heroic Dementia. Everyone was bashing their head on it, so we were late, but overcame it with a small team.
Kind of in one night, right?
I was just about to clarify. I'm like, I didn't participate in the Mythic Open, but I did the first time. It's cool.
Yeah,
congrats to them. But yeah, we did take down Dimensius last week. I forgot to put that in my played stuff.
Yeah, no, I watched your VOD.
It's a really good raid fight. I got a little tilted. We all got a little tilted last week because we died a lot. I sort of understand why the race to world first was I think it took them 500 pulls or something like that. It was something ridiculous.
It was a lot.
Yeah, not that heroic's close to mythic, but there's a lot of traps in that one, I guess, just things that can just go wrong. It's a 3-phase fight.
Mm-hmm.
Super cool though. It's one of my favorite WoW raid experiences
ever, right?
It's just really cool. Yeah, I think it just feels commensurately epic.
Mm-hmm.
When we did Anthrax, it was really cool. She's I fight her, then we fight her in the middle, then we go up, and it was pretty good. But this is traversing different void realms and stuff. It was really good.
Well,
yeah.
And what's after that? That's the final patch, right? You got to wait for the expansion.
Yeah, it's Midnight's next, although I want to run it a few more times. But everyone's doing Legion Remix right now.
Oh, right.
I logged in the other day because I'm like, oh, let me do some daily. It's finally to the point where I can get my crests up because the cap, I don't like to play week 1 that hard. I wait 8 weeks and then I was like, oh, I got to get my crests. Mm-hmm. I was literally the only person in the guild. And I was like, how does that happen? This place is usually popping. And I'm like, oh, Legion Remix. Everyone's playing that. Yeah, I think they're going to be doing some raiding in there and stuff like that. It's only for 100 days. So
it's like they did with the Panda one when they brought that back. Sort of.
Yeah. It was a big hit. You power level fast. And I think you can grow beyond your baseline power at max level. They just let you go infinite because it's a season and who cares? Mm-hmm. So, sure, people like to play their World of Warcraft. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
You get stuff to bring over, I think, to your main account, like unlocks or whatever. And
that's great.
Yeah, but there's other games to play, so I won't be doing that. But
if there's anything I've learned this year, it's that there are many, many games to play.
There's a lot. There's
more than ever.
Quite a lot.
Yeah, it's shocking to me how much more there is to play in 2025.
Quite a lot. And a lot of the big ones always have something on the go, something to do, something to buy, something new happening. Got to keep the novelty up. Got to bring people in the door.
Yeah, kind of a bummer, but whatever. What are you going to do? It's not a bummer. It's an embarrassment of riches, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's just how we live.
But Heroic Dimensius was fun. It's a good fight. I have a good time. Also, I was very pleased with that. I was like, no, I did all the content. I don't really need to play anymore. It was refreshing because I'm playing a lot of Hades in other games. So it's it feels good not to have FOMO. I'm like, I'm pretty much done here.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so that's what's going on in there. If you do want to join our guild, it is open all the time. Discord.gg/core guild. And we'll leave the light on for you, as they say.
You're going to come back for midnight?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Sweet.
I always do. The new expansion, I'm ready to go. Plus, I think I can. My main goal is to clear time. I got to get time because time is hard right now. I got way too many plates spinning, and I need to slow that down so I can actually enjoy myself with my friends in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, you gonna play the new Demon Hunter spec?
Thought about it. That's a new DPS spec, right?
Yeah. It's a magic-y Demon Hunter.
A little surprised they didn't give it a third spec being healer because I don't know, maybe they don't need more healers in the meta right now, but you've already got tank and DPS. It just seems like if you're going to add a spec, it would be the only one you're missing.
Yeah.
But I don't know, whatever.
I guess they're just not caring as a class, as a job.
Yeah, there's something weird about being like, hey, here's my friend, the demon hunter. Hello, I'm Dark Insidious. I'm into killing demons, hunting them down, and helping my friends with their boo-boos.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well said.
Nailed
in
it.
Both sound and in content. Well done.
By the way, I did. Sorry, this isn't WoW talk.
No, you go ahead. What'd you do? What'd you get? What'd you do?
Fine, it's nothing.
You sure? You sure?
Yeah, I leveled a dragon guy, Vakthir.
Oh, the Drakthir.
Drakthir. I don't know.
Right? No, they're great. They got
dragon people.
They got the one of the dudes left to work with Greg, who designed the classes for that. Race.
Yeah. Well, I played an evoker. I was playing the augmentation evoker. I just leveled it up. Like not recently. This was recently. It wasn't this week.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, one of the coolest things about that, because Demon Hunters made me think of it, is you can fly. Like you have a mount where you just fly.
Yeah.
Like you just have wings.
Yep.
It's the coolest thing being up in the air without a vehicle.
Yeah.
I know it's like 4 years too late. Dragonflight came out a long time ago, but I was like, it's actually super badass to not have to use a mount.
Well, it's kind of, I mean, druids are like that, but they have to transform.
Yeah, they got to transform. No, I'm just like, damn, I want wings on all my characters. You just feel naked when you're up there. It's like, it's cool.
It's one of those things in games that you run the risk of it being so good that the players want it for everybody.
I was just thinking, and I'm like, I don't want to switch to Dracthyr for my main because I play my Dwarf Warrior, but it'd be cool to get some Icarus wings. You know?
Yeah.
Screw the mounts.
Yeah.
Anyways, if anyone from WoW is listening, make me some wings for my Dwarf, please.
Yeah.
The goblins can figure it out. Like we can make mechanical wings that aren't like, you know.
Yeah, and if they can't do it, the gnomes probably have some shit.
Yeah, gnomes and goblins. I'm sure we could have that. So,
little
anyways,
you never
that out there.
How would you ever know? Because you can't find them anywhere, but they're out there. Those gnomes, look for them.
Well, I'm a dwarf, so I'm smaller, and my chances of seeing them are higher.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you'll pick them out just fine. All right,
it's funny. I'm like the only little person in the guild team. Everyone's like such a big boy. Like Torin have become so gigantic.
Yeah,
so I can't find my guy sometimes with all the big bodies.
Well, I'll watch your VODs, and you're like all the way zoomed out, and it looks like you're just rolling a little turd around, like a little
it's just a little speck.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all these big people around.
Yeah, Taurens are ridiculous though, so they got the extreme on the other side. All right, guys.
Tauren, a lot of trolls. Anyways, WoW time over.
It is time. Yeah, that was your WoW show. That was the Instance 3.0. Now comes the real stuff. Okay, I wanted to talk about this because the earliest reviews, or some of the early reviews for Microsoft's Xbox, quote unquote, Xbox handheld are shipping. The Ally X stuff from Asus. Which are basically Rogue Allies branded with Xbox stuff, and a couple tweaks here and there, are shipping or will be shipping soon. Review model went to The Verge, and The Verge says, and I quote, Microsoft's first Xbox handhelds are shipping, but not fully baked. Ooh, that portends some trouble. I did a little bit of a summary here. Here's basically what they said about it without too much fluff or emotion, but they basically said Microsoft and Asus ship the handhelds. They run Windows 11. It is not native console hardware. We knew that, but they clarified all that. The full screen experience interface is clunky, they say. And this is the one that I was kind of excited about. It was like a kind of like big picture mode for Steam. That's what this was meant to be. Something like that. And I was excited about it just to see what they did, but it sounds like it's a little rough. It says, feels like a patched on layer over Windows, and navigation by controller is inconsistent. To be fair, controller consistency and navigation on the Steam Deck is sometimes a little off. So I don't want to make this sound like Steam Deck did all this better. I'm not trying to be biased in this, but
off like it doesn't register clicks? Or?
No, sometimes it'll be like I'll go like rabbit hole down into a game and be like down looking at reviews of it, and I should be able to just hit B and go back a couple steps to where I was. And instead of taking me where I was, it takes me like way to the top of where I was. So it's not very good about
like bad consumer experience with controls and stuff.
Yeah, like just for the UI interface navigation stuff. And like I'm saying, like big picture mode's got its issues, but it's better. It sounds like they've done a better job than what came with this thing. So there's that for comparison. They said that the strengths of the thing are comfortable grips, good speakers, and solid ergonomics. So that's a thing. And then the weaknesses, these are the bummer ones. The weaknesses are as follows. Buggy sleep wake behavior, whatever that means. You can dig deeper into the review and find out.
If it's Windows, then it has that segment, right? Probably.
It's already buggy. Yeah. It's already
sleeping.
The sleep
I just turned it off. I haven't had it on in years.
Yeah.
It's crap.
The sleep mode on Windows has always been weird to me. The Steam Deck sleep mode is great. Just hit the button and it sleeps. It's like a switch. It works perfectly fine. Unreliable charging.
What does that mean?
Means so I did a little digging on that, and it's probably a thing they can iron out, but what it reports to be charged at isn't always what it's at. The Switch 2 had this for a couple of weeks. Do you remember that? I think we talked about it on here, but the Switch did the same thing.
So yeah, still
they can patch it, but it's weird thing to launch with. So there are times where it says you're like at full, and then you go use it, and you're at 50, or you're at 50, but really you're full. It's like that kind of problem.
Yeah. Okay. That's a very frustrating issue to have,
especially if you're going portable with the thing and not plugging it in all the time. That's super lame.
I mean, I've had a broken phone that's been like, why did it drain so fast? And that's not, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Launch software issues, which I didn't get into that too much, but here's the real kick in the ass. Worse performance versus cheaper rivals like Steam Deck OLEDs in most of their tests. So most of the tests they ran with this thing, the performance tests, like how do games perform? And again, these are natively running on Windows instead of even through a translation layer like a lot of what happens on Steam Deck. It still performed slower in a lot of that stuff, which is kind of a bummer.
Do we have the video card manufacturer specs? Like, is it just AMD?
It is AMD, and I can tell you which chip it is real quick. I did my free viewing,
It's
and now they're making me sub.
Maybe it doesn't matter that much. It's just it performs poorly. Okay.
Yeah, not great. It says the more powerful Ally X versus the base model does perform better than the base, but carries an extremely high price tag. And their verdict is roughly this: it's a premature buy. Don't buy yet, because as shipped, he says in this thing, quotes, these devices feel like early betas rather than polished products. So I'm a little bummed by all this because I didn't want this for this. I wanted this to be a big deal and be good, not just for Microsoft's sake, but I'm into these things. I like them. I love my Steam Deck, as you know.
Do you know, I'm looking at the Verge article because my freemium's not up yet. Okay. Do you know what they mark things out of 10, right? Because they marked the Ally, like the low version, as a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, pretty low.
And a 6 out of 10 for the X.
Yeah.
Like
which is also not great.
That's not like great. Do we have is it just the Verge? Like, are these early copies? Have we heard from
I'm sure that by now there are more reviews. Let's see. Ally X reviews. We can probably find some more recent ones since then. Let's see, Tom's Hardware. They gave it a 3 out of 5. It's not terrible. Wired says steep pricing and cluttered UI hold Xbox first portable back from greatness. 7 out of 10, a little higher for Wired. Overall, Metacritic's probably a decent place to
I have a minor grievance that's tangentially related. I'm looking up LAX reviews in Google, right? Mm-hmm. And they got this sponsored tab that says, Best Buy Canada, 9,000 reviews at 4.5 stars. I was like, that seems pretty good. That doesn't match with this Verge thing. Mm-hmm. And then I click on the page to look at the Best Buy because it's an ad. Mm-hmm. There's only 22 customer reviews.
It's all horseshit.
Like, we know companies are full of shit, but are you just allowed to blatantly lie like that? Like, that seemed...
If I had to guess, they're using data from the other Rogue sales previous to this, like the previous models.
Didn't this just come out?
This did, but the models prior to this, which are essentially the same thing, just these are upgraded versions of that.
Well, this is the Xbox Ally X.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a data-ish error. You probably, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. They may be counting. They may be counting old reviews that have nothing to do with the newer box. I don't know. But look at this. Look at this review on Polygon. I don't even know what Polygon is anymore. But their review says if the Xbox Ally is the future of Xbox, Microsoft is in trouble.
We already knew that.
Yeah.
We didn't need this to find that out. In fact, that's how I would review it right now. If I was a gamer, I am. I would be very hesitant to buy anything associated with Microsoft.
Mm. Yeah,
it feels like they're going to stop shooting themselves in the foot and start doing things for people. Right now, I'm not going to invest any money in a company that is marketing consumer-based decisions that are ultimately consumer unfriendly, like they're doing you a favor.
Yeah.
If they had come out and they said, "Hey guys, hey man, sit down." Champ.
Hey, gamers.
Hey, dude. Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
Look, it's hard times. It's 2025. Some of the best games of all time are coming out. In crazy amounts of money coming in. But, damn it, we got to make money year over year. And the reality is we have got to raise the price of Game Pass. We're going to try to give you a little extra.
Yeah.
But let's call it what it is. It's a smokescreen to try and get you to be okay with the fact that we need more money from you. I would respect that more than them trying to tell me how much more money they're going to save me and how they listen to me. It's specifically the "we hear you." Any company that sells you bullshit on the "you asked for this," don't buy anything from them.
Yeah, I tend to agree, but also just read the room for the last month, and it feels like in the last 30 to maybe 60 days, drastic shifts have happened at Microsoft that all seem a little insane to me. What it tells me is there was a meeting, and then Satya Nadella or people of that ilk were all around a table saying, yeah, you guys didn't perform the way you said you were going to over there, Phil. So we gotta tweak all this. We gotta blah, 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 blah. And they shifted everything to be more in line with their strategies when it comes to cloud and everything else, and said you got to raise prices on this, and you're not going to be able to give them really much in exchange. But we are going to have a massive ad campaign and flood everybody's social media and anywhere else you get commercials with these terrible Game Pass ads. I don't know if you've seen these lately. They just launched like 2 weeks ago.
Game Pass ads?
Yeah. During a time where they've upped the price of it all, then they launch these things to make it look like there's no other way to play your games. And it's just so discordant. Now, I know I'm not Joe Public who doesn't pay attention to this stuff. We pay attention to these things very carefully. So we're well aware of what the left hand is doing over there when the right hand is advertising something else. But it all just feels bad. It just feels bad. And I've been a proponent of what Game Pass could be since its inception. And I think that people there had the same kind of idea that we all had for it, that we thought it was headed, but something changed. And it's been in the last 30 days to 60 days. Something somewhere changed fundamentally at the company where they said, no, we're doing it this way. And I don't know who did that. You look at what
they're doing with Windows 10 and 11 and this, like, honestly, I'm a little surprised it didn't open them up to lawsuits. Maybe those are happening, that they can sit there and go, sorry, you don't, your laptop that you bought 2 years ago can't be upgraded to Windows 11, which you got to do because we're not going to support it anymore. But hey, we're happy to sell you one of our laptops. That seems extremely skeevy. And to me, this is just the gaming side of Microsoft now following that same suit. Like, right now, Microsoft and these companies go through this all the time. Sony with the PlayStation 3. Microsoft with the Xbox One. Like, they get this arrogance about them, and they stop actually doing what's in best interest for the people, and they get a spanking in the form of, like, nobody gives a shit about them anymore, and they stop buying it, and then they learn their lesson, and then the next thing you get is a real, oh, we're sorry, yeah, Windows Vista, right? And then they try and fix it. So it only works if people complain and don't buy their stuff and don't give them money. Because I've definitely heard conspiracy theories that are, hey, let's see if we can have our cake and eat it too with Game Pass. Let's raise prices. People drop it, and then they spend the money full price on the games we're putting out for the holiday season.
Right.
That's certainly a conspiracy theory that's out there.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
I think the big thing is just do your best to not give them any money until they decide to have your interests at heart.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. I think this is a sea change, though, that may even spell... They've said before, well, yeah, we're doing another generation of consoles. Like, yeah, we're pushing hard in the cloud. We're definitely doing those. I don't know if I believe that anymore. I'm not sure they do.
They did say it recently, but yeah.
Recent-ish. I feel weird about it. Like, also we heard that they originally were going to make their own handheld hardware, and they couldn't commit to the volume that the factories required for the pricing they wanted. And they went, okay. And then they allied with, literally the name of the thing, allied with Asus on the thing so that they had less, less commitments. Asus got a bunch of their own factories. Like, there's a bunch of benefits to that. The downside is you're just branding a thing that already existed.
So you think they're talking, because the whole point of the Ally was we're going to have it everywhere.
Mhm.
Like, this is an Xbox and this is but that's the marketing.
Mhm.
Do you think that pushes over, or do you think Phil comes out again and is like, we want to put it everywhere? We're selling microwaves and you can play Game Pass on the microwave, like, or whatever other partnership is down the pipe. Like,
maybe I think that if they want to do that, though, they're doing it. If they want this to be a big spurt moment for the service, this is such a terrible time because they just raised the damn price on everybody and then acted like it was good for us. No, this is good. This is good for the gamer. Really? Because you hacked half the shit I used to use on Game Pass and I'm paying 50% more for it. How is it good for me? I literally canceled it. And there's no way it's good for them. I know a ton of people canceled it. It's not even a protest. It's just people going, I can't justify 30.
I think the company...
I dropped it down. Oh, sorry, Bo. Go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. You go ahead.
I dropped mine down to the lowest tier because I'm not going to make my stepson die on a hill because I want to make a point.
Yeah.
Sorry, you don't get to play online games because I need to stick it to Microsoft. So, but I can still let him play online games and do that without having to pay the 50% more cost. So I bumped my plan down. And hey, a reminder, if you were already signed up for Game Pass, you were getting October at the old price, but next month is the month they jack it up, even if you already had it. So now's the time. If it's gonna cost you money, now's the time.
Yeah. Yep. Keep that in mind. I guess, yeah, you're right. So if you I know if you sign up now, new, it's 30. I was wondering when I canceled if it was going to do one of these, hey, we're so sad to see you go. What if we gave you a deal for the next 6 months? Something like that.
Retention.
Yeah, they didn't do any of that. There's none of it in there. So not like I get from Peacock. Peacock's great. Every time I go to Peacock to change, they're like, all right, we'll start next week. We're back up to the $14.99 for your ad-free deal. And I go, well, I guess I'm leaving. But what if we gave you $1 a month for the next 6? I keep doing that over and over with them, and I'm on like a year and a half of that. A big recommendation. Don't take it away, Peacock. It's our secret. Anyway, go ahead, Bo.
I think in the short term, Microsoft is probably going to be a very confusing company to talk about. I sort of expect that there's AI bubble shit happening. There's tariffs and relationship with chip manufacturers, influx, and there's a weird identity crisis with what Xbox is and isn't. In terms of vision, like they seem to have a clear vision. We want to do Game Pass. We want to have it everywhere. And then the Ally kind of sucks, and Game Pass kind of. So must be some internal. This doesn't strike me as like we have a good vision that's going to make people happy. This strikes me as the product of conflict.
Yeah.
And
I think there was an uncomfortable meeting with Satya Nadella on one side of that table and Phil Spencer on the other side, and they had like a coming to Microsoft Jesus moment where stuff had to go. That's what I think.
I mean, then 2026 is shaping up to be the year of Linux as well. So I did finally update to Windows 11. On one hand, it's not that bad. On the other hand, it's awful. Put Copilot in right away. Apparently, there's going to be an update, I think, today that's going to put more AI-related shit in or something like that.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet about it. I haven't looked into it. Like I said, the only thing that's keeping me from going to Linux is just figuring out the VST audio side. That's like, as a hobbyist, I want my PC to work that way. But like, if I could get, a tech guy in here right now to explain how it all works, says it'll be good to go, and just sort of like, I just need that because I'm too busy playing video games.
Yeah.
It's not going to take me long to figure out how to do the install, but I'm lazy.
Yeah. I already do.
I want to?
Right.
Yes, I want to be out of Windows. I want to be out of, honestly, like, I want to be away from all big tech companies. I saw a thing too about this thing called LibrePhone, a project where I guess people can
saw that
make their own phones that are not connected to a big company because of all that they're doing. And I'm like, I hear these things and I'm like, I want them. I get excited for them.
Yeah.
I hear Apple and Microsoft and X and Meta, and I'm like, do not want. But I still like computers and I still like tech. I just don't. They've built up so much bad will, I guess you could say, that I'm just like, I'd prefer not to be involved.
Well, I'm very happily doing all my production on a Mac, and then all my PC stuff, all my gaming happens on a PC. I am this close, and it's not that much of a risk for me, except it means possible downtime if I F it up. But I want to do this. I want to move to Linux. I want to do the best distro. I want someone in our community who's doing this to like give me all the tips and tricks. And then I want it to be seamless and all that. And it probably won't be is the only problem. And so for me, it's just like, am I going to have time to dick with that over a weekend, or am I asking for too much trouble?
I think,
I don't know.
Well, I think what I need is before I commit my main PC to it, I think maybe I should do this is I'll just buy like a shit kicker, like a slightly older PC, and just practice the install.
Well, that's not bad. Yeah.
On it. And I just don't want to like disrupt my things on my main PC till I'm confident about using it. And I think there's a bit of pressure with like you disrupting your old production chain, right? Will my production chain still work for all that I do on Linux? Or will I come up with these new headaches and I'll have regrets?
Yeah. That's
because Windows still is the, plug and play easy solution, and I guess to some extent iOS as well. So,
Mac OS is very easy that way, but
as cool as it is to be Linux, you don't want to like ruin your production chain, the things that you have, for the sake of doing this necessarily. So,
I agree with you. Like you do kind of make some steps back. Like one of the things I'm concerned about is I always heard about how NVIDIA cards struggle, or they don't have great solutions for how to tap the into them the best you could. They're more AMD centric for these builds and that sort of thing. I'd be okay with that if I had AMD stuff, but I don't. It's Intel and it's NVIDIA. So, but then people say, no, that's all resolved. We're past all that. You're thinking like it, when was that last week? Was that a year ago? Like,
well, it's when they start talking about the solutions, right? Like, I installed Wine for this, and then I installed this thing, your boy package for that, or whatever, or the Bingy Bongy. Like, it's like, I couldn't run that, but then I put the Bingy Bongy package in, and it ran, and I'm like, what I'm not concerned about is today. What I'm concerned about is this being a forever preoccupation. Like, there's this cool thing. Oh no, I need Pickpocky Puku package. Like, how would I know that existed, right? I was like,
I understand. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens, but it's all a little wackadoo.
I don't mean to be that much of a Luddite or old boomer, but even when people are like, I want to install Linux, which Linux? Because someone's like, Bazite seems to be good, and I know there's like Milky Linux or whatever. Like, there's all, and I'm like, can it just be Linux? Like, I just get a little put off because what if I make the wrong choice and you get into analysis paralysis, and I don't want to try 10 different versions of Linux to find the one I want, that kind of shit, right? Like,
yeah. No, I feel you. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know. Someone to reach out. Look, I know we got some people out there that are total nerds for this crap. Let's dig into it. Let's figure it out.
But I will say, I did watch PewDiePie's video on Linux, and it looked awesome when he showed his desktop and stuff.
Oh, he just showed how
it has working. It has a GUI on it that's like kind of makes it look like you're operating at a 1980s nuclear facility.
Oh, and
I was
cool.
like, this is badass, dude.
Yeah.
Kind of tired of Windows looking like Windows. What if your shit looks like war games? Like,
yeah. All right. Well, someone reach out. Our emails. You know how to get a hold of us. Just give us the confidence we need to make this massive change in our lives. All right. All right. Well, that's it for that. Let's get to some other news of various kinds. I found this interesting, and I was hoping Bo would know something about it, although based on the parenthetical reply I got, probably not. But I did find something about it. So League of Legends Worlds kicks off, right? Everybody loves it if you're into the MOBA scene and the competitive scene. It's underway, October 14th through the November 9th, so we've already got it going. It's in China this year, and it's using this new Fearless Draft format. Bo, do you know what the Fearless Draft is?
I do, but one second. I'm just responding to people in chat because they're like, ew, Bo watches PewDiePie. And it's Gwen. I'm like, no, I don't watch PewDiePie, but I just watched a video on him switching to Linux.
Yeah,
right?
It was just part of this Linux
algo. Yes, it was not because it was PewDiePie. It was like, it's because of Linux, because there's a big year of Linux is coming up, and even the people we dislike, not that I know.
I'm indifferent.
I know there's reasons to dislike him, but I'm not getting into it.
I'm indifferent with him. I forgot he even existed because isn't he yesterday?
I'm not a subscriber or anything. I know he's shitty, but like it was just like, oh, Linux, okay, clicky,
He's got a kid now. Maybe he had a change of heart. Probably not.
Also, I mean, and I think Gwen's great. I know we've said who said it, so I'm not trying to call anyone out, but like, who cares? Do you think if we saw everything you watched and did, we would approve of 100% of it? Like, who cares?
No.
Let people just watch them.
Yeah, don't pull this stuff while John's sick. He's not
the end of the world.
No, he's gonna call it out.
It's online stuff. Sometimes when you're like, oh, I watched this, it could come with like a, if I'm just like, man, I'm watching these awesome old Nazi propaganda videos.
Yeah.
And then people might take like, oh, why? Because you are into like, and it's like, no. I'm just historical research. People are like, oh, okay, I get it. Whatever. Context. It's just context. Okay.
Yeah, I do that.
I don't mind providing people with context. I don't feel judged.
There's probably a wealth of information on YouTube alone for us to make this switch, by the way, that has nothing to do with PewDiePie. There's probably 1 million of those videos. That's part of the problem. There's 1 million of those videos. I don't know what's what. I need some definitive stuff.
What made it interesting, it was him. But like, it was somebody that I was like, oh, like, probably I don't really take him for a technical person. I took him for playing video games, N-word.
He probably did it. He probably had someone do it. He's got the money to just have it.
No, the video is very convincing that he did it himself. So it was like he explained everything in detail.
Yeah.
It was
if I was him,
it was actual tech video. It wasn't a comedy video.
Yeah, if I was him and had that money, though, I would 100% do this. I would have someone come do it.
And it was definitely the principled stance thing as well.
Oh, was it?
Rhino Kenny in the chat says that they watched a live stream where a host peed into a bottle. And you know what? I take it back. There is a limit to what is acceptable content.
Yeah, look, I've done restitution. In fact, I think I got some revenge before the show today. I said we had to pee before we started. So me and Bo went to pee and John hung out here. Have you ever done this?
You're allowed to pee in a bottle.
No. But let me get here's the thing I was going to tell you. I think this is retribution. I go in there to pee. Do you ever do this where you pee and you think you're done? You're like, yep, there you go. We've done the pee. It's all gone. There's no more pee. And then you zip up and your bladder goes, hold on a second. And then you got just a little pee left. And then now it's, you got a little bit of you got a little moist unit down there a little bit. I did that today. I think it's retribution for me peeing in a bottle on the air when we did the show that one time.
You didn't empty out the hose when you.
No, you're supposed to shake it and stuff. Yeah, I mean, look, we're all dudes and then ladies who love dudes, right? We know what it's like to keep one in the chamber if you by accident, I guess.
Hang on. I kind of tuned out for a second. I was reading chat. What's going on?
You missed out.
Did you see we're all ladies who love dudes?
I did a little.
Scott peed in his pants.
Yeah, I peed a little. I got a little tinkle over here. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Scott, here's the summary. Here's the John AI summary.
Do it.
Scott peed in his pants, and we all love women.
Oh.
No, it's women who love men.
Oh.
Yeah. The AI never gets it right.
Summaries are never quite
right. It hallucinated or whatever they say. All right. Anyway, so Brian, so Bo, I don't have to pee now. Can you tell me what the fearless draft is before I forget again to ask?
I forgot that's what this started with.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's because he was asking me that, and then I was reading chat, which that's why I got distracted again because they're all talking about does Helldivers 2 run on Bazite, and like, for some reason it's like catnip to my brain what they're chatting about. I have a show to host.
That's what chats do. That's what they do.
I'm turning chat off.
They distract.
I'm tabbing away.
Yeah.
All right. So LOL, League of Legends. That is. Yes, they're doing a fearless draft. So fearless draft is just a name they gave to if you pick a hero for like match 1, you can't. He's banned for the rest of the series.
Ever.
If you do a best of 7, and there's going to be bans. So one team bans 3 heroes, another team bans 3 heroes. Then you play with 10 heroes. They call them champions. In game 2, you can't pick any of the heroes you played. I think the bans heroes are still available.
Okay. All right. So that's just that's their way of saying if you really think these are a problem and your strategies as a team revolve around not having them, then you're really committing here to banning them for good, and they're not going to show up later. You can't.
I don't know what the reason is, but I would say as a viewer, having watched League and Heroes, like oftentimes it's the same content because like the novelty factor of your favorite players, they're always playing the same heroes pretty much with 3 bans and 10 picks. But the champion pool, I mean, League must be up to 100 to 200 over. They must be up to 150 or 200. Something. There's a lot of champions to play. So as a viewer, it's fun to actually not see the same, 10 same bands, same 10. So it's going to shake things up a little bit. I'm sure the company's happy about that because if they release new heroes but they don't get played, or what I mean, like it helps with the marketing, which is the esports section is a part of the company's marketing. So yeah,
I wonder if
I don't know. I'm not too in tune with like the League esports scene, so I don't know what the reaction is from the pro players.
Yeah,
I think it sounds cool though.
Yeah,
I
do too.
It seems neat, like. And it puts you in an interesting position where it's like, do we really want to win this game? Because like we can put so-and-so on their best character, but then it's out. We can maybe guarantee a win this game, but then we don't ever get to use that character again. That's cool.
Yeah. I like it. Fearless draft.
No, I know all the time because like I remember when I was watching a lot, Lee Sin got picked a lot for jungle, and Vi never got picked. And I'm like, well, I jungle with Vi. I'd like to see somebody good play with Vi, for example. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, well, good luck. You're the champion you like's never getting represented by any professional play because they're not the meta. And I think this will also, I think it's a healthy thing for viewership for the pro players to be put in that position.
It's probably good. I don't know what numbers are like now, but I have to assume that LOL Worlds isn't what it always has been, right? There's no.
It's huge. They've picked up so much steam with China. Like the China angle, like they've been really good about China. The China angle is like madness. They're as big as they've ever been.
Okay,
League isn't slowing down. As far as I don't have any inside info. Could be wrong, but my sense is the Asian markets love their StarCraft and their League of Legends, and League has eclipsed StarCraft because Blizzard hasn't done anything with StarCraft. So but League's like a well-tended garden still.
I feel like Blizzard dropped the ball on that some. I know it's still big.
Well, they had all those internal conflicts, and everything had to be World of Warcraft. Yeah. Like even that indie game they announced was going to be a survival game. It's pretty much probably WoW player housing. That's where all they got shuffled to.
Oh shit! I hadn't even thought of that. You're probably right. I know.
I made that. Like,
I know some of the talent. A lot of people got let go from that team, but not everyone. Some of them moved to the WoW team, so maybe that was some of that. Wow.
I mean, I don't know to what extent the tech was whatever there, but it is a funny thread to be like. The people that were on that team, including, we know Lashes, so I think she had played it and said good things about it. I don't know if it was privately or just on public discourse. It was supposed to be great, and people who played it loved it. But then someone went like, wow, this is only going to make $20 million? Lame.
Only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the story of Blizzard in a nutshell, basically, after the huge investment rush of getting Hearthstone and StarCraft and Heroes. People went, hey, this shit's only making like millions of dollars. This sucks.
Well, that's just AAA development now. They're all
Can it make WoW money? It's like WoW is a fluke, and it's a garden they tend. But there's nothing they will ever make that will eclipse WoW.
It's a fluke garden. They're growing flukes in there. That's what they're doing.
It's a fluke, yeah.
Dirty bastards. Some good news for EA, I suppose. Battlefield 6 had Call of Duty-like launch. 7 million copies sold in the first 5 days. That is a large number of copies of a video game.
I've heard nothing but good things about Battlefield 6.
Yeah.
Unless Bo is going to say bad things.
Yeah. I have one bad thing to say, but it's a me problem. So
I was gifted it from, I assume, a listener. It came from Scott via a listener, I think. Yep. I haven't launched it yet because being sick, spoilers for what I played, I did not feel well enough to do anything besides the bare minimum. So I have not played very much.
We should call bare minimum is the new name for Megabonk. That's the official name.
Bare minimum.
Yeah, I played a bunch of bare minimum last night. It was great.
Yeah, lots of bare minimum.
Yeah,
that represents how I feel about the game a lot better.
By the way, can I just say something real quick? I think John's sorry, not John. What was I going to say? Shit. I was going to say something about Megabonk. What was it?
Megabonk.
I forgot.
About bare minimums.
I don't remember now. Oh, I know. We got a bunch of
Megabonk.
We got an email. It was all up in arms about BEAU's discussion around Megabonk.
You don't say. Something BEAU said made somebody mad.
Yeah, and my reply to them was he basically pointed out a portion of the show where it was just BEAU shitting on Megabonk. And I went back and listened to it, and you didn't shit on anything. You said, this kind of game's just not for me. I mean, if it doesn't even let me attack, like, what am I doing there? Like, you clearly made it like, I am BEAU, and here is what I prefer. This is not a problem at all. When I heard it live, and then when I went back and listened, it was totally fine. What happens is people get so wrapped up in the thing they're loving at the moment that they get offended easy. Everyone should just chill. Megabonk's not for everybody, but it's for a lot of people, and that's great.
It's one of the toughest things. Like, I can't help people with their, listening. Like, I want to be friendly and stuff like that, and I think I am pretty, like, not insulting or an asshole.
It's just a human thing to. Like, we all cherry pick. It's what everybody does.
But if I don't like stuff, like, what do you want me to do? Like, pretend to be somebody I'm not? Like, I'm just telling you how I feel about a thing. Like, if you're getting mad about it, like, go. Like, literally touch grass, please.
Yeah, and he's not shitting on you. He's not shitting on you, and he's not shitting on the games you like. He's not shitting on the games John and I like, who both like Megabonk. I never once went, oh, BEAU and I have finally a rift in this relationship. He hates Megabonk. I don't
do this I'm not like a person that, like, I'm not trying to drive engagement. I don't get off on people being angry. If you're just really not enjoying it, please.
You're just a natural.
Well, no, just please excuse yourself. But, like, we're just friends hanging out talking about what we like and don't like about things. Like, there's no need to be offended. And if you are, well, I mean, at least I'm being honest with you, and you can decide you don't like this place, but that's cool. I don't want anyone to feel like I don't want to make anyone feel bad.
Sure.
So.
It's not a thing you get a lot in life when people are on. You don't get a lot of honesty. So enjoy it while you got it, people. All right. Anyway, they had a big sale day. I'll talk later about why I had a problem. It has nothing to do with EA or the game, other than it requires a certain something that I cannot get my motherboard to behave and approve, but we'll get into it. So I didn't get to play it, but BEAU played a bunch, and I know John plans to. So we're actually kind of I'm excited for something other than Call of Duty to crop up and go, hey, here's a really fun team-based multiplayer.
I was surprised about the 7 million. That's actually 7 million is quite a lot for
in 5 days.
First 5 days. Yeah. Like, when we're covering articles, we usually talk like 1 million, 2 million. 7 million is kind of nuts. Now, we know the Milsim Call of Duty category is a behemoth. Mm-hmm. So it is pretty big that the non-Call of Duty game is getting love like this. And I think people are mad at Call of Duty right now, which is, I think, extra why.
Yeah.
I think, like, the Microsofting of Call of Duty or shitification of Call of Duty has, like, got people a little upset with the franchise from what I'm reading. We can play as...
Yeah, but they're probably... I mean, I'm not in any mood to defend Microsoft, but I don't think anything that's happening with COD has much to do with Microsoft. Like, right now,
I'm just trying to adopt Microsofting as the replacement for shitification. So if anything's bad, it's your Microsoft.
Oh, I see. We're coining it. Okay.
I'm coining a new term.
I like it. So. I like it. Get that in the core wiki. I like it.
It's not too good if you didn't get it when I said it, so I don't think it's going to catch on. But
I just think Call of Duty has been suffering for years from whatever it's been suffering from. I haven't been that close to the pulse to know, but I think that's what this is. I think this is a chance for Battlefield, first of all, to say, let's get to our roots. Let's really focus on what made Battlefield amazing in the first place, and let's go destructible as hell in these environments. This is what players want, so let's do that. And then I think that was enough to counter Call of Duty saying, we got Beavis and Butthead in here this season. It's like, dude.
Yeah. And let's say, too, also, I'm surprised as hell that I'm playing this because
you don't
I know we got
normally.
gifted the codes, but felt regret. I should say in the beginning, I was like, oh, I probably should tell this person to get a refund. Because, I don't really like Milsims. And I'll get into it in the stuff we played. But the thing I want to say is, like, it's actually really good, and I'm really happy and glad. I've been having a good time with it. Yeah. It's actually it's really good. So, maybe it means more when you hear a hater say, damn, that orange juice tastes good. So.
Not after I brush my teeth, though. Never take orange juice after that.
Or eat chocolate.
Yeah, don't do that.
I hate when I do that.
Oh, it's the worst. Don't do it. Give it a couple hours. Anyway, well on them. Good on them, well on them. Whatever, however you want to say it.
On them.
John, I got one here for you. Glen Powell says this is the actor, the handsome sort of, swoony actor, Glen Powell from lots of things. Says he's very interested, that's a quote, in joining Claire Obscure Expedition 33 movie. Thoughts?
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
One, the difficulty is this. I know somebody who, it's not that they look exactly alike, because they don't. Like, it's one of those things, if you put their picture up next to each other, you'd be like, I see it, but it's not like they're identical or anything. Mm-hmm. But sometimes where somebody just reminds you of someone. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Glen Powell reminds me very much of someone I don't like at all.
Oh, shit.
And I have to constantly remind myself that I'm not mad at this person. Mm. It takes effort. It's like when you have a dream about somebody and you're mad at someone in the dream, and then you go see them in real life and you're like, it was a dream. Mm-hmm. Don't hold real people accountable to what my stupid dream person did. Mm-hmm. Like, I have that level of, like, I have to get over it with Glen Powell, because he just reminds me of somebody I don't like.
Yeah.
And
someone in real life, or a famous person that you don't like?
Somebody in real life.
Okay.
So we're not gonna say,
no.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
So it's just that's it. And so I have a little barrier to entry with him, but like, I think that's cool. Glen Powell seems like a great actor. I've only really ever seen him in one thing. He did a fine job. I want to go see him in The Running Man. I think that looks great.
Yeah. I'm excited about that.
I did see that they were saying that to Charlie Cox at one point. They were like, I saw a clip of them telling Charlie Cox that Glen Powell was interested in the movie. Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, great. So he's going to play Gustav now? And then he said, and then he kind of laughed about it. And then he was like, does he play the game? Did he play the game? And they said, yeah. And he's like, oh, man. Yeah. And so
his continual admission of, I haven't played that game yet, things that keep coming up, is some of my favorite stuff.
Yeah,
I love
poor
it.
Charlie Cox. Everybody just wants to talk to him about Gustav. Yeah. And he's like, I didn't play the game.
I read it all out of order. I don't even know what I was saying at the time.
I didn't play the game. He just needs to forward all Claire Obscure questions to Ben Starr. Ben Starr will field all of them for you.
Yeah.
I wonder what that feels like when you're like, because you're doing voice acting. And I'm only saying that because maybe some voice actors are in the chat right now. But, when you like do a gig and you're like, this is just a gig, I don't care. But then everyone loves it. So you're like, I guess I should understand what they're talking. Like, it feels like this commitment you didn't sign. Like, I just do voice acting. Like, I'm doing this character. I did it well. Yeah. You guys love it. So clearly I did my job. Yeah. I'm proud of myself. But I don't watch your shit. I don't give it. It's like, that's like, what's his face? Freaking Sir Alec Guinness not liking lame ass stupid Star Wars.
Or it's like a guy who installs hot dog rollers at the 7-Elevens, and someone says, "Oh, have you had a hot dog off that roller? Amazing hot dogs." I just install. I don't go into 7-Eleven.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So,
but it's like when you have that obligation, because like we feel that even in terms of like Claire Obscure is burning a hole in my sense of, I feel like I should play it before Game of the Year so we can talk about it. I hear John's voice in the back of my head nagging at me to play the game like all year. And it's like, just get it over with. Go back and play it. And then I still don't. And I have nothing bad to say. To be fair,
I have been very measured on my
You have been measured. I don't need you to do it. I can hear it myself. Thank you.
Although I did share a GIF in our Discord today that was my Claire Obscure pressure GIF.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. I felt
from
it.
Carbot, where it's just the I told you this game was tight, but you didn't listen.
I mean, I've only got 2 hours in it. I don't think that's enough either. So Maybe Bo and I have to cram or something. I don't know what.
All right, I'm having a laugh. I have to share this, but Dave, our favorite Halcyon portrayer, Dave Jones, is in the chat.
I need to talk to him.
There's no way I'm playing Halcyon in live action. And I'm like, I feel that because he'd have to work out. That is a
Yeah, you have to be a certain.
You got to put on Dolph Lundgren muscles, right? Like, do you see the way they depict him?
Sure.
I mean, he's depicted as like a mountainous being beyond belief. I don't know who you would get to play him.
Yeah,
but if you got Peter Jackson directing it, he could embigify you with CGI and stuff.
Yeah,
so that's
like
the tallest part is
Peter Jackson, owner of the Embigify.
Liam O'Brien looks nothing like what's his name in World of Warcraft, Illidan, Stormrage. But so when that comes to casting another WoW movie and Illidan's in it, they're probably not going to hire Liam. They may do VO over it or something, but they're not going to. He's not the body. Sorry, Liam. I just don't think you're that tall. That's all. And you don't have backwards goat legs. That's the other reason.
Yeah, they can only hire an actor who has backwards goat legs.
Yeah.
See, I think they can get Liam to do it.
Well, I mean, I would hope they could.
But I mean, I think the obvious choice for Gustav, right, is Robert Pattinson because they look identical.
Yeah, if you can get into it.
So as much as everybody's like, oh, Charlie Cox was the voice of him, maybe he could play him. Yeah, he was the voice, but everybody calls him Robert Pattinson for a reason. Mm-hmm. And you can get an actor that looks identical to what you put up there, and
he's the guy, and he could do that accent. He's quite talented at that sort of thing. I mean, look at this picture; they're the same
I'm
human.
surprised he hasn't talked about Claire Obscure because we know he loves video games from making friends on the Batman set, talking about Final Fantasy.
What if he can't stand playing a game where it's like, oh my gosh, this main character looks like me. I can't do this. You know what I mean?
I mean, I would understand that.
Yeah.
I would get that.
But
if somebody made a game and I was in it, I'd be like, oh.
Do you need somebody to look that close to the character? This is one of those things we fixate
you get that
on.
You get the essence, but there is something about the. Remember when Samuel L. Jackson said the reason he played Nick Fury was because they put him in the comic books and he felt obligated to do it?
No, I didn't know that, actually. That's
great. So when they did the Ultimate Universe, they were doing a comic book called The Ultimates.
Yeah.
And whoever was doing the art for The Ultimates just drew Nick Fury as Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know if they had to get permission for it because it's just 1-to-1. That's just how they drew him.
That's funny.
And so when they came time to cast him, everybody knew from the Ultimate Universe that Samuel L. Jackson is Nick Fury. And so they were like, hey, you should do this. Patrick Stewart had a very similar reaction to playing Professor X, where he was like, I feel like I was made to play this role because it looks pretty much exactly like me. There's a reason for this. It doesn't have to be it.
I didn't know that bit of lore. I just thought when Sam Jackson was at his career heights, if he was available, you just put him in your movie no matter what.
Yeah, well,
there is even a line in the Ultimates comic book where they talk about who would play you if they made a movie out of this, and he says Samuel L. Jackson would play him.
You think that writer and artist or whoever's idea was to do it is like, I don't know, takes it as a personal victory that they. Yeah.
every time he watches a Marvel movie, he's like, "That was me."
That's pretty
put that
great.
Into the universe. I mean, it became so ingrained in popular culture that even after the Ultimate Universe went away, they came up with a bunch of stuff to get the old Nick Fury kind of in the background out of Marvel to bring in his son, who, guess what, looks a lot like Samuel L. Jackson.
A whole lot. If they did Goodfellas, he could play the part his dad played in Goodfellas.
It is just what we now associate with Nick Fury, because it used to be. I mean, David Hasselhoff, isn't that who played him the first go around?
Yeah.
Was
one of them. Yeah, it's probably the most prominent one. Yeah,
and that's kind of what he looked like.
Yeah. It was still such a weird casting, but that's back before anyone cared about quality with these things. Turns out. Well, anyway, we'll see what happens. I don't know if Glen Powell's the question is he want to play the main character? That we don't know, but we assume since his star's on the rise, that's probably who he'd be. But he could be somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, there's secondary characters he could be.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a really
Sam Jackson to play him.
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson. Just put a patch on his eye.
Give him a mustache. You mean?
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah. Give him curly hair, a French accent, and he can say things like, "I hate this hacker shit," but with an accent, and everything will be great.
Like there's no hacking in this world.
I mean, I know everybody's a little down on Pedro Pascal because he committed the sin of doing too much work.
Yeah,
but
you're not about to say he should be in the movie.
No. But what I'm saying is like that's. I'm about to
yellow card that guy.
Hold on, Bo. So that's a good example when he played Joel in The Last of Us. Mm-hmm. He's not like a dead ringer for Joel.
No.
But he captured the essence so perfectly that it worked.
Yeah.
So it doesn't always have to be someone who looks like the character. Exactly. It can be the essence of the character, but you can also go the same.
You could also just you could just get Robert Pattinson to do it.
Yeah, you could.
So basically we're saying no to Glen Powell. That's what
Glen Powell can be in there. You're just going to play somebody else.
I don't know. I feel like the vibes are off after this conversation.
Yeah, that's because of us. Yeah, we did it. Yeah. I don't have a problem with any of this. I just think that I can I address the Pedro Pascal thing just briefly?
Yeah.
I understand everyone is feeling a little Pascal'd out. He's in everything. This is what happens when you are very good at a thing and then everybody hires you. And a lot of times you don't even control the output. It's you filmed something 3 years ago that just got released, and then you filmed something 6 months ago that went into production and will be out in a month. Like, he's just having one of those it's raining, it's pouring moments. And I feel bad that he gets shit for that, shit for being popular.
Yeah,
I don't really care. I'm not going to give him shit. It's just a bit much. That's all. I'm like, he's not like he's the only actor.
How dare you do work?
Yeah, how dare you get busy and actually
now? Like, it's one thing.
I just like some variety. Kind of okay, is that a crime?
Well, there's lots of variety if you think about it. Most movies. Okay, here's a controversial statement. Most movies don't have Pedro Pascal in them. Most. That includes most movies in the last 3 years don't have him in it. Yeah.
I know. It's just when you bounce around watching 4 projects, they all have the same guy in it. Like, you're like, it's just like, okay. Like, I'm not, that's the thing is like, I'm not mad at him personally. I'm not mad at anything. It's just, I like a bit of variety. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you like some variety. I get it. I even feel it, but what I'm feeling is
there's some other actors that maybe are just like, oh man, I lost.
I don't feel the feeling of like, oh shoot, it's him again. I have the feeling of, oh shoot, people are going to be annoyed because he's in so much, and I'm going to be sad when I hear everybody complain about that guy. Not you, but like a-holes online.
I'm more upset about what I see as an inevitable overreaction, which is happening, because I feel it too. Like, would I be like, I see him in like 4 movies, like Bo said, back to back, and it's like, oh, he's in a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then I go, people are going to be real shitty about this, and I don't think he deserves it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's one thing if he's out there stinking up the place in every performance he does. It's another thing if he's out there being like a shit heel everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
But by all accounts, he's an extremely nice guy.
Yeah.
He does a good job in everything I've seen him in. I haven't seen him do a stinker performance yet. So I'm not really that upset that he's getting a bunch of work. And I feel bad that a guy like that gets a bunch of hate for, again, working. Like, his job is to be in stuff. They're putting him in stuff. And it's like, you motherfucker. How dare you? How dare you be
good at this?
Continue to collect paychecks and sully our screens with performances that that he honestly, it sounds like he tries to put more work into than they even let him. Yeah. Like, he wanted to go weird with Reed Richards. He wanted to do a weird voice to where he sounded like a 1950s actor. You know how when you watch all those old 50s like style shows, all the actors kind of sound like, I don't know. It just sounds like weird ADR. There's a weird quality to their voice. He wanted to do that, and they were like, Pedro, don't do that. That's not what we hired you for. And it's like, he wants to go out there and go wild, man. I'm for it. Like, let him go do it.
Yeah. And unlike a lot of people get this kind of renown, he seems like a very nice human being. I just don't want him to. This all sounds like we're giving Bo shit. We're not. I'm not. I think it's fine to be sick of him. I mean, that's the way
I don't care all that much. I'm just making jokes. It's just, he is in a lot of stuff.
To me, it's like Chris Pratt. People are Chris Pratt's in too many things, but he's also kind of problematic and a little bit of a turd in real life. That's harder for me because I'm just like, I don't want to see that guy anymore or whatever. He's the least of the Chris's. Hire another Chris to do this.
The least of the Chris.
All the famous Chris's. Chris Pine.
He
Chris.
does have that same quality where it's like he's in all the franchise, Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah,
Mario.
But there's but that's where I kind of see it, where it's like there's a part of me that feels similarly about Chris Pratt, because I watched Parks and Rec. He's great on that. I was like, oh yeah, this is great. And I watched Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like, oh, he's great. But then they cast him as Mario, and you're like, that's really? And then they made it worse because they're like, you guys aren't going to believe when you hear his Mario voice. And it's like, it's his voice. He's doing his voice still.
Yeah.
What am I not going to believe? That he's doing his voice for Mario's voice? I kind of don't believe that that's what you went with, but sure. Like, that's where the kind of line is, where it's like, yeah, but I don't think he's necessarily additive. It feels like he gets cast more for a name than what he brings to the table necessarily.
Yeah, I agree. Good luck to all of them, though. And if it ends up being
especially Glenn Miller, good luck.
Yeah,
good luck, Glenn Miller.
Glen Powell. I hope you get into. I hope you get into the Claire Obscure game. Or movie. You should.
I want dead country singer Glenn Miller to be. Or wait, maybe he didn't die. I shouldn't say he's dead. I don't actually know if
Glenn Miller died in 1944.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of Glenn. Yeah, you're right. Glenn Miller's big band guy from the 40s. Never mind.
Yeah.
I got it all mixed up. The Glenn Miller band with the whole that guy.
Yeah,
all right.
I just said the wrong last name. Anyways, good luck, everybody.
Good luck to everybody involved. Yeah, we hope the best for everyone, except for.
And wait, whoa. We've talked enough about it, I know, but is there really going to be a Claire Obscure film?
There's talk of one, yes.
Is.
That is a committed thing, I think. It's in pre-production.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm that. I was like, it was news to me.
Now you really need to play the game so that you get the true story before you get
I might just watch the movie.
I mean,
so if Robert Pattinson's going to be in it.
So I know what happens because it's a spoiler game, and I didn't play it the first week, so I have a sense of like what's going on with it. So
yeah, you'd be.
Right.
I
don't think there's any big reveals or surprises left for that game. So.
That reminds me, is Dave still in the chat? I need to get a hold of you offline, Dave, somehow. Text me or something, or email me. I need to talk.
He's not going to help you get through Baldur's Gate.
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
Act
He's not gonna,
1, Scott.
Act 2.
Listen, how do I get Shadowheart to like me better?
What's this Act 1 talk? Act 2 is where I was when I got out. I know. It's like
Gesundheit.
I didn't realize you made it all the way to Act 2.
That's Tsushima still burns.
One less act than Tsushima, but still good.
I mean, it's in the middle of the acts, maybe not in the total run of the thing. Anyway, there he is, Dave Jones, actor. Dave, I'll try to find a way to reach out.
He's face bombing. We're scaring him away.
I'll PM you on. You know what? I'll PM you on X. Heaven forbid, but I know you're on there, so I can get you. I got just something I want to ask him about.
As well, I think.
I also think he's in our Discord.
Oh, well, then I'll just do that. All right, I'll reach out on Discord.
Do you want his phone number? He's here. Maybe you can just give me the phone number.
Didn't you just say it over the air for everybody?
I want to ask about a thing. We'll get to it. All right. EA employees and the Communications Workers of America Union have issued a statement against the proposed private acquisition of the company, that being EA, by Saudi interests and other investors. They do not like that at all. It says, let's see, where is it? EA is not a struggling company, according to the statement, with annual revenues reaching $7.5 billion and $1 billion in profit every year. EA is one of the largest video game developers and publishers in the world. What they really don't like, though, is that this is going to probably lead to layoffs, that this is a bunch of investors who aren't necessarily game focused. These are companies that just buy up a lot of stuff. And
it also changes their mission statement and understanding of what they work for too, right?
Right.
Like the context.
Yeah, exactly. But it
might matter to people, and they don't want to leave. They just want to have a say, I think, in it's like, oh, so 10 people decided what's going to happen with the $7 billion company and not the workers.
Yeah, you can't blame them. Can't blame them. Also, a lot of people don't want to be controlled by Saudi interests. They think that a lot of dark shit happens there, and they don't like that either. So whether this does anything, it's a petition to regulators, and then so the regulators would have to step in and say, yeah, we got to put this on hold and really look deep. But we're a little favorable to the Saudis these days, governmentally speaking. We got a lot of shady shit going back and forth, so I'm not sure they would get any regulation looked at.
Well, without getting into that side of things too deeply, it's not a favorable time for the workers.
Yeah,
let's just say that.
Yeah, fair.
But so like maybe when you had Lena Khan in there, she would have be more receptive than the guy who took Jimmy Kimmel off the air, basically.
Sure.
So not that it's the FTC, but I have no doubt that kind of representation is going on right now. So, but I don't know. Like I don't know what it means for the company. Like people just can't up and leave, but they may start shopping for work elsewhere. Like there could be a real brain drain. Brain drain is a real thing. And, could be a lot of talent goes out the door potentially, but
where Supergiant Games came from? They're XEA people. They took off and said, "F off, guys." They were the two guys chiefly responsible for Command and Conquer 3 are your studio head and second in charge from Supergiant. And now look what we have, Hades. So sometimes this is good. Sometimes big corporations being dicks is good because then that talent does slough off and then go do something rad. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Or we have Expedition 33 at Ubisoft.
That's right. Clearly some of their best people and they didn't know it.
That's the whole theory of that companies just don't last forever because people have visions. That vision, calcifies once it achieves its goal and is taken care of by minders rather than pioneers, I guess you could say, like trailblazers, like trail cutters. So sometimes that's a good thing in the case of a service that's going to last many years and doesn't work off a novelty. I think video games and tech at large, but video games in particular are fueled on novelty. And if that inspiration goes, people will see it for what it is. And unless it's just something you want to keep having in your life, if you're not continually doing novel things and reinventing yourself, and people will go. And I just think a lot of this sounds very unappealing. Be a slow death, but who knows? Maybe Saudi Arabia buys it and they make games for Saudi Arabian audiences. It could mold into a whole new thing that doesn't serve North American customers quite as much either. Or
well, I mean, big
gaming
means worldwide, so I think their focus would be Asia and all the markets that are still being tapped and growing. They would still have big European.
It's FIFA. I think FIFA's their behemoth, and that's a worldwide thing, right? I mean,
that's their world. That's their World of Warcraft. Their thing to focus on and farm.
I think so. I mean, from the BioWare stories, where they made BioWare use the Frostbite engine, which is a FIFA engine, and then when they call to get tech support on the engine, they'd have to wait behind
FIFA people.
FIFA work demands. It's like, oh, sorry, we're busy supporting FIFA. We'll get back to you.
Well, Frostbite was originally a Battlefield engine, and then FIFA took it or implemented it, which was controversial at the time too. Then they started putting it in all their racing games. Basically, EA was like, let's go Frostbite on everything, regardless of the use case.
Well, it's not the performance of the engine; it's what tools get implemented. So tools to do things to make sports games are how the product developed as a priority. Oh. Like if you're an RPG person, you're like, I need dialogue trees. And they're like, you're going to wait for your dialogue trees. And why don't you just use the FIFA menu for dialogue trees? And they're like, what's that? It's like shit like that. It's just like, it's not the engine. It's like an engine is just a series of tools to save time. It's efficacy. Yeah. So they're like, we want an efficient engine for FIFA, and here, use your RPG shit in here too. And then they're having to patch in their own shit, or shit breaks, or corporate doesn't want them modifying the engine in ways without their approval. Mm-hmm. All that bureaucracy, because FIFA's the golden child of the companies, is my understanding from reading the Jason Schreier texts.
Yeah.
Well, oh no, the Jedi texts. Sorry.
Quick note too, that just for correctness here, so no one emails us. We know it's no longer called FIFA. It's now called where is it?
Whatever, soccer, man. I don't care.
Yeah, the soccer game. So they have two cash cows. One is FIFA. That's a worldwide phenomenon. Every market buys shit loads of that. The other is Madden. North America mainly is your big beef, but there's plenty of European buyers as well. Madden, as in every year's franchise, continues to make gobs of money. They're kind of those two things.
So,
everything else is like what Bo was describing with other Blizzard projects. Well, that is only making us 20 million. We can't have that. We must have this thing that generates ridiculous amounts of nearly $1 trillion a quarter or whatever.
So who's doing FIFA? It's kind of news to me, actually. That
well, they dropped the name. It's not that they aren't doing FIFA. Nobody's doing FIFA, but they dropped the
they
license.
Just changed the name of it.
Yeah, so it's now
FIFA
called
had some controversy around it, so it's FC, I believe.
FC. There it is. FC. FC football. FC. Where is it? I'm trying to find the actual name here. I can't find it. Anyway. It was something to do with the FIFA organization. They couldn't come to the right agreement, or they're asking too much, or something like that. Why it's dropping the FIFA license? Here we go.
This is called the FC.
Yeah, it's just FC now.
In the future, as EA Sports and FIFA failed to reach an agreement over licensing fees for the use of their FIFA name, FIFA 23 became the last installment. EA Sports continues to produce football games under EA Sports FC.
Yeah. FC.
Well, FIFA has stated intention under partnership with a new developer to produce the only authentic real game that has the FIFA name. FIFA President Gianni Infantino stated, "I can assure you that the only authentic real game that has the FIFA name will be the best one available for game." Wow.
I love that. Humorous,
all the other football games, hear that, EA? Your fake football game is shit, according to the commissioner.
Well, because they've had that so wrapped up for so long, nobody else is making them. So, like the old Konami game, what was that called? Whatever that was called. Nobody else is doing one. That's ridiculous.
Apparently, in October 2024, FIFA partnered with Konami to host 2 FIFA World Cup editions in Konami's eFootball.
They use the
EA Sports FC 24 featured exclusive partnerships with Premier League, La Liga League. I don't know what any of this is. So I guess, well,
you know what I want it to mean?
I mean, they've kind of pulled the ripcord on this. This company spent a long time on like their product developers. Like they have people probably at work at the company who have careers just doing soccer esports.
Well, they still are.
Just hire those people, like that talent, right? It's like, oh, I have a decade making soccer video games. Like, you're just not going to find that. So who the hell are they going to partner with if not the company they've been building up with?
Nobody. This is the same thing happened with Madden. When that went away, then 2K, what was that called? Just 2K football? Whatever it was. I forgot now. But anyway, that football game, which was awesome. The last version that happened before they got the rights was 2005. And now there's nobody making anything equivalent because why would they? So if this suddenly happened in football, the same problem.
Okay, so hang on a sec. So FIFA falls out with EA, probably over money.
Yeah, fees. Licensing fees.
FIFA gets sold. EA and FIFA get along again? Is that the next step?
Oh, is that what it's saying?
No, what I'm saying is
Bo's predicting.
Oh, shit.
Predicting. What I'm saying is like they fall out. What's FIFA going to do? Go to like Blizzard, Activision Blizzard? Like hell no. It's like I'm saying like they're going to make the best soccer game according to who are you hiring?
Probably EA again is my guess. So your theory
now they're going to
holds.
get favorable terms because now they just go to the Saudi government and Jared Kushner and be like, "Hey, man, we want to make FIFA, but they don't want to pay us this stuff," and whatever. Like, you see what I'm saying? Deal making.
So they're going.
I don't know. I'm just guessing, but it seems like if I was FIFA and I left EA, and then maybe I get along better with the new owners, that I can work something out, then FIFA's back on the menu for EA soon.
So I'm going to say I agree with you, but also play this.
It's a guess.
All right, but just a little bit of that, a little bit.
I mean, I just don't. I think it wouldn't be that if we knew the details about why they walked away from each other, which is probably behind closed doors. Yeah. So, but if we were there and it was a money issue, and the new people are more favorable to the money, I'd bet money on them getting back together, unless they've already got something in the pipeline.
Yeah, it's just weird. You have 2 years.
Because that's the other thing too. Yeah. Video game development takes years.
Yeah.
So they cut ties and then have no plan for a new FIFA. Like it's going to take at least 3 or 4 years to get a new FIFA.
Yeah, that's the point. That's my point. I think EA has the stronger card here. to use a phrase.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, they've got the hand.
Yeah.
They left EA. They're like, cool. We'll see. Goodbye.
Yeah, people are still going to buy our game. Goodbye.
So maybe they already have something in the works. I don't know if anyone's aware. Like, there's no announced partnership according to this page I'm reading.
Yeah.
But if somebody was hired or they were doing something somewhere, you'd figure that'd be out by now.
I just know that this is easily, somebody mark this down, write it down, keep a record. Easily the most sports video game talk we have had on this podcast ever is today.
Oh yeah, and mention that too. That's why I made that. FIFA loves Saudi Arabia. Yeah. FIFA, like that commissioner, like people hate FIFA because of people who are like humanitarians and environmentalists and stuff. Because FIFA's like a supervillain when it comes to like, your country does slavery, not our business. We'll take your money and host charity sports there.
Sure.
Whatever, they tend to be kind of favorable with despots, I guess. And we were just talking about how we're like, I don't know, Saudi Arabia, don't think we want to play their EA games. And then FIFA loves Saudi Arabia. I feel like there's something to it.
Well, let's move.
Remind me in 1 year.
Okay, 1 year we bring it back up and we see what's going on, and we talk about sports somehow again on this show. It'll be great.
Sure.
Bo, Quantic Dream is making a MOBA. Can you please explain this ridiculous sounding idea?
I don't know much except I read the article and you heard it right. Quantic Dreams, the game developer that makes high quality, storytelling video games.
Yeah, their main deal.
Detroit's Make Me Human or whatever it's called. And Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain,
right?
Star Wars Eclipse, although I don't know if that's coming out or not or what's going on.
They say it still is. They say it's still coming.
We haven't seen shit on that.
They're in their article going, I know this is going to sound unusual, but it started at something we worked on 7 years ago, and we were going to make a MOBA. Apparently it's a 3v3 MOBA, and all I gotta say is, good luck.
Free play.
I want to just say this because sometimes someone sums it up better than we ever could. And I found out this news story from Jason Schreier's tweet about this.
Yeah.
And I think he said it perfectly. It just sums up how I feel about this. A company with decades of single-player experience pivoting to multiplayer. Well, it worked for Anthem, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, FBC Firebreak, Redfall, Marvel's Avengers, and all of those PlayStation games. Yeah. I don't know about this.
Look, that's fine. There's nothing wrong because there's a pedigree there to talk about. And I like Jason. I really enjoyed my talk with him. No beef here, but I am going to say it doesn't mean somebody couldn't break that chain and do something cool.
Somebody always could. Somebody always could. Let me tell you. Where are you going to put your money, Scott?
If I was asked to bet, okay, that's a really great question.
All of your money.
Let's say every penny you had on them succeeding with this MOBA or
failing.
100%. I'm saying failing. I'm not that dumb. Like, I know what the odds are here. However, just this idea that nobody can straddle that divide of single player to multiplayer. I think this year we have a great example in the game Bo loves so much with freaking Elden Ring and its little spin out deal. They're not known for multiplayer shit at all, other than the weird ghost thing. And suddenly there's a really viable co-op multiplayer crazy Elden Ring based thing,
but there's no dominant force in that slice.
Well, yeah,
I think because we we're heroes of the Storm show. We know what this is all about. Like, if they have a game as a service, like, how many people need to be playing it for it to be viable? It's not going to be number one, but maybe 10,000 people regularly playing year round will be enough. My guess is going to be no. And it's just, and my guess, like, some games have have like actual active online populations in the hundreds. Like, it's nothing. So it's really feast or famine when you have a dominant game as a service in the space. And I think so. I'm sure it will be good. They have talented people. I'm sure graphically it will look good. It may even be fun for the first year. People are hyped for a new thing. mean, people were telling me about Supervive, and that's apparently pretty good MOBA that came out this year. I haven't even checked it out yet.
Supervive.
Supervive.
I'm curious. I hadn't heard of that.
Yeah. A lot of people were like, "Bo, you like MOBAs? Recommend it. It's really good. Like, this is hype." And I watched the trailer now. It looks amazing. And
whoa, sorry. Yeah.
But it's
like a proper top-down 3/4 view MOBA here.
Yeah. It's reviewed well. It's a lot of fun. Came out in July this year. But it's not League. Like that's the trouble with the WoW killers. The same sort of deal. And someone's dominating. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, something's dominating. In a genre like MOBA.
Or Fortnite's a great example of this. You just don't. Your battle royale rush where everybody was trying to do it.
It just depends on their goals. If their goals are like, hey, we made a video game and the small community we're going to cultivate out of this game is the people who are going to play it and we're going to be around, then that's cool. But usually these guys are going for like, they want to make some money at it. They want to have reasonable health, a plan for the future. And they're usually not able to climb to that level. So I have no doubt it'll be good. But
I don't want to check this thing.
Will it be like successful? Like, probably not.
Like John said, don't put your
currently.
Money
So I'm looking at the concurrent people online according to Steam. Supervive.
Yeah.
Guess how many people are playing?
Supervive? Oh gosh! All right. Both John and I will guess. I'm going to say, should we do an over under? Those are fun.
Let's say 500.
Okay, and I'll do the over under. I'll say. So is 500 correct? You have to say yes or no, Bo.
Oh, that's how this works?
Yeah.
He's close.
Okay, but you're not supposed to say that. Bo's, I don't think you've ever done an over-under. So basically he says,
I've never done an over-under.
So he says 500 and you go, that is incorrect. Scott, do you think it's higher or lower than that?
Oh, well, he's got it. It's 567 and he's virtually correct.
That's pretty close.
That is very close. Okay.
When any number is possible, that was pretty close.
Like the plus minus on what's relevant for concurrent players is not 67. Like the difference between 500 and 567 is.
Well, no, that's for our game of over under though. That's the reason you don't say it. I don't mean for like the points that you're trying to make. So to your point though, that's not enough to sustain anything in your mind, right? Like that's just too little, too late, too.
Maybe 500 concurrents is. I don't know what the revenue conversion is. A lot of these free-to-play games, right, only 2 to 10% of people actually spend money with any regularity. Mm-hmm. So let's say it's 10%. So 50 people are spending money in your store. Maybe what do you make, like $500 a month? Like, can you even pay one person's salary on that for whatever you're doing? Like, it's no. And so people don't want to go to the store that looks like it's going out of business or to the nightclub that looks like it's, they want to go to a place where it's popping. Usually where it's popping is where money's flowing.
Yeah. With
these games as a service. So I'm just saying, nothing wrong with the video game. And if they're happy to just support a game that's, like those 500 people who play every month, it had a peak of 50,000 11 months ago, just to put it in context.
Right.
But, if no one's showing up, like these things don't run for free unless you're like Blizzard and you can keep the lights on no matter how many people are playing. Although, to be honest, way more people play Blizzard than anyone can even fathom based on.
These guys, Supervive would love Heroes numbers, even today's numbers.
Yeah, like it's, I don't want to say it, but it's just insane how many people play old Blizzard games. It's unfortunate they don't publish those numbers because you'd be very shocked.
Yeah, but in the circles they play in, that's too small. They can't do that anymore. They don't.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, for sure. But it's still enviable. Like from I made Supervive. Why don't people play my game? Well, they're playing Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the population of old ass games that people just love and won't move off of could actually be great boons to a lot of these people that put stuff out there. So I think of examples like Supervive when I think about the future of a new game like Quantic Dream's releasing and going, oh, I'm not going to spend any money in their store because that game's going to be offline in a year. And all my purchases for skins and investing in an account there, it's going to go up in smoke So why would I even spend money on day one?
Yeah, that's the other thing.
That's the psychology, and you'll never make money. That's why when you do a game as a service, you have to do it like you're Mike Tyson or a boxer. Like I'm going into this business to win, and I'm going to throw everything at the wall. And if you fail, you fail, but that has to be your attitude. And right now, the plucky attitude, they're like, yeah, it's kind of unexpected that we'd make a MOBA, but, we got really awesome, talented people, and it just smells like failure. I'm sorry. It's just a reality check. It's not me being negative.
I don't disagree.
For your business.
I don't think you're wrong.
I played video games for 40 years.
I don't think you're wrong. I think this is a totally fair take. And I also think that but some of this feeds into the thing that you and we as a crew have always said. Can people please do smaller games for very happy communities? And sometimes that's enough. So if you got 500 concurrence on a weird time of day, at 3:00 on a Thursday for your little MOBA with a small team that just is scrappy and wants to grow this thing, they don't have expectations to be the next league. They just have the expectations to cover their bills, basically. Then I applaud that. I want more of that. Yeah. Even if you never go to 1,000 concurrents, fine. If it's enough to keep your game healthy enough that people are always able to play and there are enough people online to play all the time, like those bare minimums, if you're doing that, then maybe that's okay. I
think the lesson is this, because another concurrent story, which is not on our news, that's happening, is Stormgate. Developers behind Stormgate are starting to shut down.
Yeah.
Is it Tim Morton's his name? I know Morton's last name, but he was out providing an explanation, like a post-mortem on what happened with Stormgate and why it's failing, essentially, and it's just running out of money. He can't pay people, and the game was not well received. That game's also probably down to nobody playing it, and they had millions and millions, I think it was like 40 million to gas that game up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think 20 people playing Stormgate right now. Oof.
Yeah, you gotta have out of the gate with that, or you're screwed. Right?
Well, I think the point, it's not that it has to be out of the gate. The point is, like, if you're a small developer, right? Don't expect to be a game as a service. It's like launching a podcast tomorrow and expecting to be as popular as Joe Rogan.
Doesn't work.
Like, your analysis is like, how did that get from A to Z? Well, people, or it's like any actor who starts a podcast. They're like, if Pedro Pascal started a podcast and had 500 million views, right? People are just like, oh shit, I love Pedro. And they listen to his show. Because you build up an audience over time. You build up name recognition. You build up people knowing who you are. And you've climbed ladders. You've had ways of engaging discovery. There is a pathway to getting there. It isn't just about posting and then posting on Twitter the ad, and paying for an ad doesn't really work. Like, there's ways to get that discoverability and that notoriety. And I think it works the same way for online games. I think you launch a single player title with a side project of multiplayer that's free, and if it catches on, then maybe you can build on that in the long run. But your game as a service people need an entry point to you, your quality, your methodology, and then you have to become undeniable. The way World of Warcraft is undeniable, the way League is undeniable, the way Destiny to some extent even is undeniable, right? Like Bungie, people love Bungie. Like, there's a story that leads up to this stuff, and what we're seeing from all these companies with big ambitions is that if the love's not there, if the audience is not cultivated, people will just miss it and not play it, because that's the Stormgate lesson. To some extent, that's the Star Citizen lesson.
Look what they made here. They basically made Terrans, Zerg, and Protoss races. Yeah. Like, they really leaned into all the things that we as StarCraft fans should be into, and no one's talking about this game at all. And I think,
I think issue number one out of the Stormgate was they went, hey, a bunch of ex-Blizzard people are making an RTS. It's like, oh, really? That's awesome. What is it? So it's going to be a free-to-play. I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't care. Any next words that are going to come out of your mouth, I have zero.
Well, because they just told you it's a game as a service. They told you the thing that leads to all the other game as a service problems, and you rightly said I'm out. I said I was out for the same reason. Now, if these guys said, We're going to make a $49 box, and it's going to include this, and our first expansion will be this, and that's 2 years late. Like, if that was the roadmap, I'd probably be way into this.
I would have bought it at the very least.
Yeah.
You know? So
people would have tried it out, and they could have built on it with the second release after, or if it didn't do too well. You know what I mean? Like,
they really banked on them being former Blizzard. I think that's what these companies do now. When they leave,
it's underestimating human behavior in terms of habits.
Yeah,
I guess. And you can make the best game in the world. Like that's how we felt about Heroes of the Storm. And people are like, well, it doesn't have the last hit like League does. Lame game, 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, that's what.
We've learned. Well, killed it. It was still fairly healthy because people love Blizzard properties. But you look at that, because people love Blizzard properties so much. A ton of World of Warcraft people like, I get to play Thrall in this PvP game. That's awesome.
Yeah,
and there's still more people playing Heroes of the Storm than there are playing any of the games we talked about, except for the big ones.
Well,
obviously.
Stormgate is the fact that, what did you say, 20?
20 people in game currently, and it only peaked. I mean, this is abysmal failure. It only peaked at 5,000. And look, man, Artosis and Tasteless have been out there and praising it, and out there also criticizing it, but criticizing it from the vantage of we want another StarCraft. Everyone's ready to move on to the next big thing in RTS competitive play, but nothing has beat StarCraft 2. And well, there was a lot of cheering for Stormgate to be successful. But it peaked at 5,000 15 months ago. Like, imagine just taking that 40 million, I don't know, buying cocaine with it. It might have been a better time. I know. I'm just kidding. But
John,
you know what I mean.
John will like this. Just checked the current by players playing right now, what the concurrent leaderboard is, the top 10. And here at number 8, we have Megabonk at 81,000 people.
Hell yeah.
Bo.
Right.
Think about that, buddy. Look, peak players in that game, 116,969. Overall hours played, 36 million.
I mean, virality is virality. Like, what do you,
I like that your initial stance is like, hey guys, we need to listen to what Bo actually says. Let's take it easy on him. And then you're like, you immediately go and poke the bear.
I know. I don't know why.
You're like, hey, everybody, take it easy. Bo, what do you think of this? Huh? That game you said was utter trash. What do you think of how successful it is?
It is trash.
Look at all the people. Can you make them a little bit madder, Bo? Can you make them a little bit more angry?
It is trash, but like, virality is virality. Quality is not like necessary for virality.
Now, you guys just heard what he said. He says it's trash. Do not take that personally. All right? I don't.
Yeah, I just mean like it looks like it was made in a weekend, okay?
Yeah.
If you're having fun, then it's fun, and who cares what I have to
I'll
say.
agree that it's one of the ugliest games ever, but the ugly grows on you because the underpinnings of that game are really strong. It's got very good game underneath that. But
yeah, I even said this last week too. Why would that listener be mad? Like, we talked about like the songwriting process. People can jam for an hour and make a hit. And then you can spend a year writing a song and no one gives a flying F about your deep song. Like, that's how these things work. So it's totally normal that Megabonk. I mean, I'm sure you've had that with art. I'm sure you've sketched something and people are like, wow, that's awesome.
Oh, 100%. I've drawn
spent 100 years on your magnum opus and people are like, oh, great, lovely.
I hate that actually, but it's true. There is something there. When I draw something I thought was really quick and lame, and then people go, that's my favorite one you've done. I'm like, what are we talking about here? I have no view of it that way. But then I'll draw something. I'm like, man, I'm proud of this one. Let's see how it hits. Nothing.
I mean, I'm sure we were talking about actors. I'm sure actors have that. We're like, man, I gave everything that performance, and nobody ever talks to me about it. But they sure talk about the time I was in like Underwear Hero 4.
Underwear Hero 4 is a great name for a series.
Yeah, I tried to make something up, but like, that's just how this creative shit works. It's a force of nature. That's what it does. So It's not shocking to me that Stormgate has 20 players while 80,000 people are megabonking right now.
And by the way, that Megabonk guy had no idea. He didn't think this was going to happen. He had no idea.
I mean, I think everyone who's doing indie dev must somewhere in the back of their mind, even if they don't pay it.
Oh, they want to be like Balaltro. There
is the video game lottery, and you put your piece of shit up on Steam, and you might be the next one making $60 million.
Yeah, I'm sure the piece of shit part won't get taken out of context. Everything will be fine. That'll all be great.
I'm not saying that.
I know you're not
literally bad.
I
I'm
know.
Just saying, like,
I'm warning them that they're taking it wrong. I know what you mean.
I'm actually saying it because have you seen some of the games on Steam? Especially the adult games, they're not well programmed. They're literal dog shit that they put on Steam because who knows? They're fishing. Maybe the boobies in my game will resonate with people, and I'll be the next billionaire.
You never know.
That's what I mean. Okay, everybody.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you. I'm behind. I'm pro bono. Look,
there's this game right here, just called Freestyle Man in Office.
Yeah,
it looks like shit. Okay,
it's probably
freeze
not very
time,
good.
bondage, hypnosis, stuck in walls, Invisible Man. Even the law can be changed in this free and unfettered space. Push your supernatural powers to the limit. This game looks like shit, all right? And somebody's hoping they're the next Megabonk.
How's it reviewing? Is it reviewing well, or is it?
It's very positive. 100 reviews.
It might be good. It might be
making anime people. I'm sure it's good, but what I'm saying, no. Look at this review. This gameplay is very clunky. Looks like a hackathon game. Or
can you put that on our thing? I just want to.
It's got like nakedness and stuff. I just picked the first thing that looked like trash.
All right, I just want to see it.
Bo's discussion gave me an idea for a title, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I think the next big hit on Steam is Resonant Boobies.
Oh, I love it.
You can even say it like Resonant Boobies.
Boobies.
Yeah, in your voice, it sounds really good. Maybe we should get
Resonant Boobies.
It's going to make me log in to see this shit. Hold on. I got to get in.
I mean, it's just a weird everyman like banging anime women in an office. Like I don't.
That's the whole thing. Somebody's into it.
I don't really know what it's about. It's a sex game. Okay, fondle boobies and do sex stuff and have an office meeting.
Sure,
that's
sure. All right, let's see if I can find it. Here it is. Freestyle Man in Office. Are you this pink guy? Oh, this does look like trash. Who is into this?
Thank you. So I'm not referring to your favorite game, whoever's listening, okay? It's not a personal attack. There's trash on Steam, and people want to win the millionaire lottery because who knows what piece of trash will go viral. And, like I said, some people pour blood, sweat, and tears to make the next StarCraft and fail, and no sympathy for them. That's just how it goes. But it does feel a little shitty when you're like, man, they want to make StarCraft and well, this guy instead won the lottery, so.
Yeah. My favorite review in here, though, is this one recently posted, quote, I hope to see more content for this game in future. Yes, you do.
You'll be waiting a while, I'm sure. Well, you never know. Some of those adult games do get supported. Not that I would.
Not that you'd know that at all.
A friend of mine told me that, but some of those adult games are very good.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about another reason to buy Magic the Gathering cards. John, get ready because your Final Fantasy thing maybe it wasn't a fluke. How do you feel about TMNT, the Turtles, and the Star Trek and that? Are we getting it? What?
Well, that's what I just want to talk about.
I'm good.
You're good. You're not okay.
Just trying to provoke you now.
But you bought lifetime subscription to Star Trek Online, and you're not interested.
I love Star Trek, but I don't need Magic cards on it.
All right. You don't want like I don't know.
This is what I'm trying to get at here because Final Fantasy was ridiculous. It was the most successful thing Magic the Gathering's ever done commercially.
It was huge, yeah.
But I wanted to update you guys because remember Spider-Man? We talked about Spider-Man's coming.
Yeah.
Did not know.
Well, Spider-Man has released and it hit like a wet diaper.
Oh,
it is trash. It's uber shit. And
it just didn't sell well, or the cards suck.
No, the cards suck. The players don't like it. The cards, it's all just variations of Spider-Man
from art they already have and
theme
stuff.
Or lore.
Yeah,
the card set is also half the usual size of a release, which very irksome for players. And of course, online it's called Through the Omen Pass because they didn't license the video game version. So there's actually two different versions of every cards for online and paper. And just none of the mechanics match up to what Magic is. And a lot of the stuff's pretty it's just not hitting. Like there's a bagel card.
There's a bird, a city pigeon.
Yeah, city pigeon.
I love Spider-Man. He's my favorite superhero. Recently a fan of Magic, and I'm going to tell you, I look at these cards, I think they look like shit.
Yeah, there's nothing exciting going on here.
I think, like, there's something about, even before I knew anything about Magic, when you looked at a Magic card and the art on it, and even the names, like, there was a craft to it that was, like, hard to describe. You looked at it, and it was like, you know, you're looking at a stupid card that's like, you know, Amazing Bush or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. You look at it and you're like, this shouldn't be interesting. But it's somehow very compelling to look at, well named, and I'm like drawn to it. This Amazing Bush. And I'm like, I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
These look like shitty, like it doesn't look Marvel and it doesn't look Magic. It somehow fails in both things it needs to be. It doesn't have the magic of a Magic card, and it looks like shittier version of comic book art.
Yeah, I don't love it.
Like it's just devoid of everything.
Also, the meta context of Magic 2 is like your two wizards duking it out with spells, so everything that isn't a land card is considered a spell, whether you're summoning a creature or not.
Yeah.
So your deck is your spell book. So it's just weird when your deck is filled with non-magic stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like
just collectible cards.
I'm gonna play Peter Parker. Like, you know, it's not flavor wise, it's really not hitting. But like, you know, it works for Final Fantasy. It's a Magic realm. You summon these legendary figures to help you. You know, it makes sense. I think there's a way they could have done it. I still remain convinced there's a way they could have integrated it well. But basically, the TLDR is they failed without getting into the weeds. There's 100 Magic the Gathering podcasts that have been griping for hours. Even the one I listened to pretty much just was like, we drafted it and it sucks, so we're ending the coverage now.
You know what I think actually looks cool is these, in comparison, I think these Turtles cards look
I'm going to tell you,
better.
I think that looking at the Ninja Turtle cards, I still don't want them, and I love the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
But I think the Ninja Turtle cards look 1,000 times better than Spider-Man.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, not to say that this is going to be a bona fide hit. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but on the like initial, I look at it, just vibe test, this passes. Like, I look at that and I go, these are kind of cool looking cards, I think. Didn't feel that way about a single damn Spider-Man card, despite a deep-seated fandom for Spider-Man.
What do you think about Star Trek? And what do you think about the idea when you build a deck now, it'll have Final Fantasy, Star Trek, TMNT, and you know, Spider-Man
all together?
No, I'm good. Yeah, see this? I'm looking at the Star Trek ones. Doesn't pass that same vibe check. Don't like the look of this.
Oh, really? I kind of like these, but I don't like them for cards.
Well,
I want them on my
art.
Yeah, I want them on my wall.
Is fine as Star Trek art. And when you say this is going to be on a Magic card, no.
Yeah. They don't have any cards to show yet. I don't know.
I mean, we're talking about like basically what is essentially the Fortnitification of Magic the Gathering.
Yeah,
for better or worse.
That's what's
the game
going on.
Is like is eating its own face off essentially because it's not making enough millions as it is.
I want that on my wall in a huge 42-inch format, but I don't want the cards. But I want Gowron pulling that knife
the
out.
art's one thing. They have talented drawers.
Drawers.
Yeah.
But you know, they got talented artists and stuff. That's not as much of an issue. It's just like, you know, it's the spirit of the game. It's the same thing going on with COD. Yeah. At a certain point, I want to if you're into Milsims, you don't want to see Beavis and Butthead or Snoop Dogg in your match. Like, it's for the verisimilitude, the getting into it, the fantasy of it. And people in the suits just don't care. Eventually they want to just want to fuck up the product, basically, for lack of a better way of saying it.
That's probably,
and it's happening to Magic as well. So
I think Final Fantasy was a smart, logical partnership for them. I think Lord of the Rings, honestly, probably was similarly.
Yep.
It's like it fits with their vibe, it fits with their theme. Like, if you didn't know anything about these other universes and you were just like, well, I just like fantasy Magic cards, and you got a Chocobo, you'd be like, oh, sweet, I guess this bird's some sort of mount. Crazy. Like, you're just on board with it. Like, it fits. But then Spider-Man shows up, and you're like, oh my God, with next Santa Claus.
It loses all contextual coherence because the colors, like, there's a lore to Magic.
Yeah.
The colors have identities and personalities like that reflected mechanics. So, even Final Fantasy to some extent stretched it, but it was still okay and well done. But like the color identity and like what's considered web slinging and stuff like makes no sense. It just has no connection to the source of the game. Like Hasbro has actively pulled its pants and is just shitting on Magic, essentially, like just putting their smelly turds all over it. Like that's what's happening now. The art might look good, and you like TMNT, and I love Star Trek. I don't want Magic cards. Like, Magic's Magic. It's like saying, let's sit down and play poker. And by the way, do you mind if I don't know, just take all my stinky socks and put them on the table?
Sure.
It's the new stinky socks edition of poker. You're like, no,
that's the one we've been waiting for, man. That's the one.
Or do you want to play like Fortnite while you're playing poker? And it's like, no, I'll just do one or the other. Like that kind of garbage.
Yeah, I get you.
So I'm raging against the machine so hard this year.
Yeah, no, screw the machine. I'm with you, Tom Morello.
They're just ruining all the stuff that we think is cool. I don't know.
The good news is, I mean, you still have your other cards. My biggest beef would be is if they just completely flipped the focus. Maybe that's what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not super invested. I guess all that to say is probably expect to hear a lot less of it on the show going forward, because I don't think any of us will be playing it. But I was really stoked this year to be playing Magic. But now, after this reveal of next year's like cards, it's pretty much like, oh, the game is just dead now. It's just over.
Maybe it'll bite them in the butt. Maybe they're like, oh shit, we overdid it. Go back, swing back.
Maybe a new one will rise to take its place.
You never know. We're going to take a break. When we come back from this break, though, we're going to talk about the games we played this week. And there's some real bangers in here, including one I tried to play and couldn't. So we'll talk about that and more coming up. Stay tuned. And we're back. Hey, everybody. We're back, and we're going to talk about the games we played. Why? Because we love you. We were going to have a little shared play with Battlefield 6, but there were some issues, and so instead
we do technically have one shared play this week.
Oh, did we do? What is it?
Bo and I both played the demo for Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Oh, let's talk about it. What'd you guys think of that?
It didn't take long.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But you know what? The game is super fun.
Yeah, play date, please. Can we all play it?
That game's going to be a fun multiplayer experience. The demo is like kind of 2 side-scrolly stages. That's it. And but you get to pick 2 characters to play as. They give you a pretty decent look at the roster to choose from. Naturally, I chose Spider-Man and Venom. But it's one of those nice games where I was like, oh, there's so many characters I want to play, because I like a lot of the characters, which is always a nice feeling, instead of like, oh, I can't even pick 2. Sure. It plays a little like a brawler, but it also reminds me of the old Capcom fighting games. Like you can see it in the gameplay you're showing right now with Wolverine. Some of the moves he's doing are straight out of Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh, wild.
These are, kind of different angle takes on those moves. And unlike a lot of beat 'em ups where it's just oh, there's an attack button you press, they do a nice variety of things where there's usually an aerial move that you can perform. Between Spider-Man and Venom, it's different. I don't know if it was a bug. It actually kind of felt like a bug with Spider-Man. I had a hard time.
They have different behaviors. Some heroes, the block button, it's a block, and some it's a parry.
Yeah, or Spider-Man's it's a dodge.
Yeah, so you dodge, but with the She-Hulk will just block things. And then if you time your parry, you could do a counterattack and parry their hit. So it's like having played the TMNT side-scroller that was just reliving the arcade controls. This felt there's techniques and strategies and stuff too.
Oh, that's exciting, because I was worried it was just button mashing. You probably could get away with a lot of mashing buttons, but
and the different heroes behave differently. Which is also it's nice, because I tried all of the heroes, and they're all different. It's all cool. And they have ultimates, which I don't know is also kind of unique to a game like this. I don't know.
Yeah, so like I used Venom a lot for these aerial enemies, like the bee guy that's on the screen right now. For whatever reason, Spider-Man's aerial kick, I had a really hard time. It was like the hitbox for it was super small, and I had a hard time hitting him. But Venom turns into like a giant venom head floating through the air when he does his aerial attack. And and like he was able to hit them way more consistently. So if I had aerial enemies, I switched to Venom. But they also have like tag assist, which is another reason why I'm like, it's kind of like Marvel versus Capcom. Like if you're in the middle of a combo and you tap the swap button, instead of a full swap, the other character will come in, perform an assist move, and then go back out and leave you on the character you're on. Which also, like those games, it has like red health as well as like complete health loss. So there's a level of health that you will regenerate over time if you tag out. And, as long as it's only gone to red instead of actually losing the bar. So there's just a lot of really cool things here. Like it walks this really cool line of like some old fighting game nostalgia mixed with a brawler.
Yeah.
And I really like the way the sprites look and the game looks.
The animation's awesome. Look at that.
There was a really cool scene where Beetle was getting into a fight inside a building, and the way the windows were lighting up and just showing like the inside at certain points, like it just looked really freaking cool.
Yeah.
So it was 2 stages. It was very short, but like this game is super cool, and I can't wait to play with other people because I think it's just going to be a fun brawler to go through and play with. So I loved it. That's my take.
I like I don't want to play this solo. I want to play it with friends.
Oh yeah, I'll get this. I was concerned it was just going to be because Dotemu, or how do you say their names? They make really good games like this. That's what they're known for, so everyone's excited they were doing it. But one of the things I was hoping for is, can we have, I don't know, some modern sensibilities, like not crazy progression or anything, but like, hey, what if I could do more than just punch and kick? And it sounds like what you've described is what I want. Just give me some variety, give me some, because it's not an arcade game. I don't need to worry about how many quarters I put in today. Let me do some things like blocking and parrying would be unthinkable in the 80s or 90s, because that meant you could master techniques that would keep you from putting money in the machine. And this is a game that says, no, you bought this game, so play it how you want, and here's some extra tools to play it. That's great. I'm stoked. After John's review.
It was fun. It was fun. I played Storm and She-Hulk, and I liked them both.
Well, you like the ladies.
Storm has a parry. Well, there's also flying in this game.
Oh, shit.
So a lot of these games, they're ground bound and you jump. But Storm, like with the flying heroes, you could just fly.
The whole time? You're just, like Beatles doing here?
You just fly in the air. Like you can just jump and then hit the jump button again. You'll maintain a levitation, and then you can just do your attacks in the air, same way as the bottom. Like all the heroes play so differently too, which is like cool. It's not like you're just playing a reskin. If you play a flyer, all the flyers play the same. You're playing a reskinned version of their attacks. Like there's nuance to like all of them. So this is a big I want to play this. It's just these games we played 4 players, TMNT, and it was just a lot of fun. And so I don't want to play this solo. I think I want to play this with other people. So.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel similarly, but I will say one nice thing for anybody that's like, oh, sounds like a multiplayer game. I think the tag system actually makes this game more fun to play solo. So if you are going to play it solo, I think there is something in here for you to where you can kind of, the fact that you can tag in and pick 2 characters and stuff like that, you can really create an experience that doesn't feel the same as like playing with your buddy, but it changes it up in a way where you don't feel like, oh, I'm just playing the same character, pressing the same buttons for stage after stage after stage.
Didn't the most recent Mortal Kombat do something similar to this, where you would pull a Sub-Zero in for a quick move and then you'd leave? Or something. Do you remember? Am I thinking of the wrong game? I thought it was
Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah.
They might have. I didn't play very much in Mortal Kombat 1.
I think that's what that was, yeah. I don't know how successful that was, but it was an interesting change. Similar to what you're describing, but Yeah, my biggest excitement factor here is that I'm a huge fan of the aesthetic of these style games, and this is a game that manages to look like it's running on my Genesis, but clearly we have way more colors, way more advanced animation, way more realization of these characters' moves and stuff because of what we can do these days. And I really like that when you can give me both a feeling of I'm in the arcade and also this is clearly a modern game. Like this scene right here. Look at that background with the smoke out there. That's just
and
awesome.
it's super fun because you can knock people through those holes. So, like, one of my favorite things is Venom can, like, grab people and, like, he just holds them by the head and palms them and just slams them on the ground and you can chuck them.
Nice.
And so I would just, like, grab somebody and, like, knock them through that hole and they'd fall out of the plane as they go. And it's just really satisfying to use the environment in fun ways like that, too. And, you know, just watching Captain America down here, I saw him reflect a projectile, like... Venom could block and he could do a counter in melee, but he couldn't reflect projectiles. He would just block it. Spider-Man would just dodge through it. So there really is like major differences between the characters. And I think the roster is really strong too. Like it's a lot of people that you definitely know. It's got Spider-Man, Wolverine, Captain America. But like it also goes kind of deep. Like it has Nova, but it's not even the version of Nova that most people think of. Rocket Raccoon's in there. I know Cosmic Ghost Rider is one that's not in the demo, but has been announced. I'm trying to remember who else.
Who is the girl with the sword? I can't remember.
I can't remember
Myrtle?
her name. It's very similar to the name of the Silver Surfer that's in the Fantastic Four movie. Like it's got that same sound to it, but I can't remember her name. It's like something Vol or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, it goes obscure because it's all cosmic stuff. So you do have a lot of like New York based friendly neighborhood superheroes, but you've also got a lot of the cosmic characters as well. Oh, and that actually I think that is the other character that's been announced but not in it is Silver Surfer.
Oh, the surfer dude?
I think so.
You think he's like floating on his thing? That's cool. Fighting with it maybe. Oh wait, here's the actual list. I just found it. Captain America, Spider-Man, Venom, Wolverine, Storm, Phyla Vel, is that the woman you can remember?
that's who they're talking about. That's who Bo's talking about.
Nova, She-Hulk, Rocket Raccoon, Beta Ray Bill.
Oh, Beta Ray Bill.
That's cool. He's not in there yet, though, in the demo. Silver Surfer, like you said, Black Panther, and Cosmic Ghost Rider. That's your 15 playables. Oh, there's 2 that have not been yet revealed. That's 13. There's 2 more coming. They haven't announced them yet.
Oh, Black Panther is going to be in it, too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
All right.
I'm excited for that one. Very cool. Glad you both got to play it. I assume this is part of the Next Fest stuff on Steam? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll talk more about
Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Excellent. Thank you for repeating the game. We're going to do more of that now when I talk about Ball X Pit. Yeah, that's right. Ball X Pit. This is a game from Devolver Digital that I have been highly anticipatory for that combines... Man, what are the genres here? So there's a little bit of the Vampire Survivors vibe happening for sure because you're picking up little XP drops and improving your skills and stuff as you do it. But there's almost a Tetris thing happening where these enemies are coming down the pipe of this pit slowly, as you can see in this video, and some are harder to kill than others. They take so many hits to kill. You have special balls, and they call them balls, so you're basically playing your balls are very special, John. Never seen a pair quite like them, but anyway, this thing is like Breakout kind of
kind of like Breakout, kind of like Space Invaders almost
a little bit. Yeah, that's another good one with the enemies coming down. And then it's got this stuff, the synergy system, where you can take a lot of the abilities you have and create synergistic combos that will make, instead of just being a big roly ball and an ice ball, now you've got a big giant roly ice ball. Like he does both things and combines their powers, so you have more room for more abilities if you can unlock them. And you have boss fights. The way the boss fights work is you piddle away at all these little minions, and then once you've gotten them to the point where you get to a boss fight, which you see on that little map thing on the side there. Let me make this full screen. That's when these encounters will happen. And the bosses are hard, but mainly they're just bullet sponges. So there's a little bit of, dodge the bullet. What's the word? What are those called? Shmup. A little bit of a shmup.
Hell?
Yeah, bullet hell shmup kind of thing. Bullet hell's better word for it. But anyway, and you just work your way up until you can't anymore, and then they kill you. Now you can die from projectiles that are running all the time or flying all the time. You have a health pool, but those projectiles will pick away at that. And then eventually, if stuff reaches the bottom, they'll just outright attack you for larger amounts of health. That's a pain in the butt, and you really don't want to get them that low because you'll start just dying quickly. He's not going to win. This boss is not going to survive this. I don't know what he's doing. This guy's playing. I'm always complaining about the people I watch. But anyway, the point is, you do a bunch of this, and then there's this whole other phase to the game where you go back to your town, and then there's a whole city building aspect to this thing where you're building. I'll show you right here. So here comes the city. You lower it and raise it up every time you do something. So now you're in this place called New Babylon or whatever name you give it. It's your home base. And you start planting crops and trees and stone quarries, the things you think of when you're thinking about a building game. But what makes it interesting is when you harvest these things, you do it like pachinko again or whatever. You got the guy, your little dude runs out, hits the object, and then harvests the items from the object. And so there's some luck and skill with aiming your little dudes during the harvest phase. And this is going to be obscure to some people. They're going to hear that and go, I'm sorry, what? The harvest phase? Like, why does this game even have that? It's because when you want to unlock stuff and have better abilities going into your next run, you do that by having cooler infrastructure up on the surface. And you unlock that by battling underneath. So you go down into the pit, which is apparently was created by a city getting blown up. That's why there's a pit there. And you earn gold and all these items down there. And you're trying to get XP and beat these things. The character unlocks happen with you buying not a mansion, but like a house that goes in your little farm area up there. And then you got to hit it a bunch of times to build the house. And then once the house is built, a new character is unlocked. And now he's part of your arsenal and you can, change it up and do the next run with him. And they have different abilities. Like this guy's kind of your basic tank, but the one I'm using right now is more of a melee or more of a ranged kind of character. They're all ranged in a way, but they have, certain abilities that make them better at range. Anyway, it may sound confusing, but this was a big anticipated title for me because every time I saw it, I got excited about it. It's reviewing very well, selling very well. I think it's second on the store right now. And
it's overwhelmingly positive right now.
Yeah.
I think that might not last, but
it's reviewing very well. It fits. Look, if you've been into these Vampire Survivor likes lately, like a lot of people have, we talked about Megabonk earlier, but even if, you just got your feet with Vampire Survivors, there's enough here in that vein to, I think, make those people really happy. And then it just changes stuff up. And it has I had a really hard time stopping. So a lot of those games you can go, all right, I'm done with this run. I can go back and maybe spend a little points and then I'm done. I can just check out. This game made me want to go, oh, but if that guy just got unlocked, I could go hit his house and now I can use him. What's a run like with that guy? And then it's Jeff definitely got a one more time thing happening that's pretty strong. Lots of, dopamine receptor business going on in this. A lot of crazy stuff can happen later. Let's see if I can find any nutsoid combos here. Sometimes you can just get the most crazy builds. That's probably not a good example, but there's a boss fight with a giant skeleton or skeleton. Sorry, Bo.
I don't say skeleton.
No, you don't. You definitely don't say skeleton. But
it's just skeletal.
So here you see some of he's shooting out these bones that look like wieners for some reason. Those things are very bullet hell. Bone hell, I should call it. Boss fights are like this. They're super interesting. They're fun.
Do you get upgrades during the run?
Oh yeah, all through the run you get.
So you're trying to science up to defeat the bosses
for sure.
Because if you don't, then maybe you'll fail at the boss.
You can
like a damage check.
Yeah, and you can favor certain builds, and just like those other games. But what's nice here is those other games usually when you choose abilities and then upgrade them, you're kind of locked into those abilities. This game lets you. This guy doesn't know how to kill this boss, and it's pissing me off. I'm supposed to go around it and hit his crown. Anyway, what was my point? You can have you can have a whole lineup of abilities. You can see up in this upper corner here, he's got these abilities for this run. these 8 right here. And these are the levels of those abilities. You can merge stuff as you go along and go, oh, now my fire one and my bug one are have created mega fire bug, whatever. And it frees open a slot in case you just didn't get the RNG to get the one ability you wanted earlier. Now you have a chance to get it again. And then you can, if you're still not getting it, you can combine other abilities. So it basically makes room for you to make your build, even if Lady Luck is not, giving you what you want. It's really addicting. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm sold. I just haven't gotten around to buying it yet, but I want to play it.
Got a cool aesthetic.
It came out yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. So
brand spanking new.
Check that one out. I beat a video game yesterday. Oh, by the way, the name again is Ball X Pit. I think the name is kind of dumb, but whatever. Who am I to say? Who am I to do anything, right? It's the video games. They can call it what they want. I played a game yesterday called The Exit 8, or 2 days ago, and I beat it because it only takes an hour.
Now, where do we stand on this?
On what? Is it a game I started and finished?
Well, this is a game that's about seeing multiple endings, right?
No, there's only one ending, but it's about seeing, I don't know what the total is. There are still 19 anomalies that I didn't witness.
Okay.
I beat the game.
Okay, then I guess that kind of counts.
Yeah, because you can go through the game and beat it and have an end screen and credits, but then it will say when you've done that, which mine did, it says, by the way, there are still 19 anomalies you didn't witness. If you want, you can go through this and find them all and see them all if you want.
How many anomalies are there?
I don't know the total. I just know there were 19 left, and I probably saw, 25 or 30.
See, I was thinking it was kind of like that game that I played a while back, No, I'm Not a Human, where it's like a fairly short experience because you're designed to see multiple endings.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I beat it. I've seen 2 endings of the many endings that are the point. But yeah, it sounds like that's fair. It sounds like this is a fair thing.
Yeah, it's just an hour, and it had a big impact. They made a short film about it. Somebody did. There's a sequel called Exit 8 Station or something, but it's in the actual underground railroad, or I guess not underground, but it's in the actual train. And I bought it because I'm going to try that too. I assume it's also short because these games are only $3.99. They're super cheap, but they're really fun experiments. They remind me of PT without the abject horror. There are a few moments where I jump, but
I was going to say, I saw a super cut of you, and you were...
there were a couple of them.
You were very afraid of some very normal things. Like, you walked around, and there's just a guy in a business suit, and you're like, ah!
Well, I got away from them because those guys are never there. Those 2 business suit guys, they appeared out of nowhere, and that freaked me the F out. I didn't like that.
People in a place.
Yeah, that's what the game does. So let me give you the basic loop for those who've never heard of this thing. And it's still only $4, so it's, I think it's worth playing. It's all done in the Unreal Engine. It's very pretty. You go in there, and you're supposed to be in this station trying to get out of here, and the thing loops. And you only know if you've made progress if the sign before the loop says a bigger number than what you were before. It starts at 0, and then you can get all the way up to 8. Well, if you get to 8, you exit. But if you get to 4 and can't find the anomaly on your way through and you think it was normal, it will reset to 0. And how you do that is I'm walking through, and one time this guy's just smiling like a maniac. And most of the time he never makes a face. So I'm like, well, that's anomalous. So what you do when that happens, you turn around and go back the other way. It still loops, but it gave you a advance because you noticed something was wrong. It's a little like, what's that magazine when you're kids? Highlights magazine when you're in the doctor's office. You're just looking for stuff that doesn't belong. So you kind of memorize, like, well, those 3 doors are always there? I guess so. Is that vent open and it wasn't before? So you start questioning yourself. But you run back if you think it's an anomaly. You run forward if you find no anomalies. And the problem is sometimes you miss the anomaly. It could be a small detail on one of these posters. One of the doors is barely cracked, whatever. And if you miss it, then you go back to 0. And you got to figure it out. Now, it doesn't mean you have to see the same anomalies. That's the beauty, is it has enough anomalies. You're always seeing something new. So it doesn't get repetitive that way. And that's the game. And if you play it like I did, however I played it, it'd take you about an hour. It's priced appropriately for that. I'll see. He just reset it to 0. Oh, that was me. What am I saying? This guy who's playing is me.
This guy, he's terrible.
Yeah, he's bad.
He's so bad.
This is
trash player.
This is my live stream of me playing. And it only took an hour, and I had a ball. I thought this was really cool and atmospheric and neat in lots of ways. Totally worth $3.99. And even having beaten it, I really don't have spoilers. It's really just down to people noticing things, like just being really observant and noticing, that guy that just walked by. He never did this. I assume that one of the 19 I missed is this, but he always has his briefcase in one hand and his phone in one hand. Oh, this lady, F this shit. Look at this. Ugh.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites because you stared at her for so long before you reacted. You were like...
She scared me so
You
bad.
looked at her and I'm like, oh, look, that didn't even scare Scott. And I had enough time to think that before you went, oh!
It scared me. I wasn't sure what I was looking at. I don't know why. But I also don't like when he's just standing there because F that guy. But anyway, it manages to be really atmospheric and vibey. No music, just the sounds of your feet, the flickering noises of the lighting, that guy's footsteps, getting chased by a guy that was in the wall. That was effed. There's a lot of weird shit. Anyway, I beat it. So 2025, take that. I beat a 2023 game called...
Yeah, that sounds like a clear beating of the game.
Yeah, good job.
I think this one's fair.
You did it.
The Exit 8, it's called, and I thought it was pretty cool. And then I played a lot of Survivors likes. They're in my blood right now. Some more Megabonk, nothing new to add. Tons of Soulstone Survivors, nothing new to add. Don't ask me why, but I got way hyped into that for some reason. But I did play this new one called Funguys Swarm. Funguys Swarm. Mm-hmm. Now you may think, fungus. Yeah, you'd be right. It's about mushroom people. Okay. Let that wash over you. It's funguys, you get it, fungus. Anyway, it's one of those. Mm-hmm. Beautiful though. Look at this little 3D. Let me show some gameplay. Little 3D engine. You're a little guy fighting like apples and other anti-mushroom bullshit. You're in this tiny little garden place doing it. The biomes.
Do you
and levels.
control the shooting, or is it a Survivors?
You get to decide if you want to control the shooting. You can immediately say no. If you don't want to, you can toggle it off. But you can, Bo. You can control it. This is true, by the way, of that other one with the Ball X pit. Same deal. You can choose to auto fire or not. But you always aim in Ball X pit. And this one, I think. So that's important. It's a really good one of these. Also, highly reviewed. I hadn't even heard of it. I just was going down a road of like, which of these haven't I tried? And they're all cheap. So let's just see what's up. And I found this one and it was reviewed extremely well. And I went, I'll play this. Let's give this a shot. And you know what? It's delightfully good. It's fun. It's got all the pieces and parts from these things you expect. You unlock more shit, go back in again, unlock more shit. Like it's the path we're all familiar with, but it's a new wrapper on it. And it's very pretty. Lots of stuff pops really nicely. It reminded me of like Hearthstone cards and,
I like the aesthetic of it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's cute. It's a little goofy. But overwhelmingly positive once again, because I don't play bad games. All right. That's the deal. And then I made more progress in Silent Hill F with John. Nothing new to say there, except if you're missing the live streams, you shouldn't be. Go to frogpants.tv tomorrow at 1 p.m. We're doing them on Fridays at 1 until we're through this game. And Silent Hill F is effing with me in some ways, and in some ways, it's an anime.
Yeah, you're currently stuck on a boss, so you gotta get your head in the game.
Oh, right.
When we start, you gotta fight that boss.
That's right. And if you're like, well, man, we missed all these. How do I see it? They're all on the website. They're all up on the YouTube. YouTube.com/Scott Johnson. All to play through so far, and some supercuts if you're bored or don't want to sit through the whole thing. You can watch these real quick, screamathons that I've been doing with John. Having a great time in there. Can't wait for more. John, you got Pink Eye. How'd that go? That's a fun game. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is a fun game because let me tell you, when the doctor's advice is, okay, now just make sure that anything he plays with, because my son got it before me, just make sure you sterilize anything he plays with. For a 4-year-old, there is no way to keep up with him. Like, you can't tell a 4-year-old, hey, buddy, you got pink eye, don't touch anything.
No. They don't rest. They don't chill.
It does not work. It does not happen. He touched everything. I went into his room, and he dumped every container of toy it felt like he had onto the floor and had touched all of it. So I bought a industrial size toy disinfectant thing, and we were just spraying the shit out of everything.
Good.
So that was a game. It wasn't a fun one, and I still got pink eye. But yeah, there was definitely a game.
It just needs progression systems like what's the spray paint one, or not spray paint, the pressure washer simulator.
Yeah,
that's like what you were doing basically, except you didn't have any kind of upgrade path or anything.
Well, and then you get paranoid because it's like, it's going away now. Like, my eyes don't look pink anymore, but, all of a sudden they'll itch or, I'll have something in there and it's like, do I have it again? Because that's the big thing is like, I'm still technically on antibiotics for it, but what's going to happen when we go off is, did I miss something? Is it going to come right back? What's going to be the situation? So, like, that's a fun thing that we're going to be living with for the next couple weeks. Yeah. Is did we get rid of it? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So that was its own game. But I was exhausted between trying to keep up with a sick 4-year-old who had pink eye and wanted to touch everything, between getting it myself, between getting additionally sick, which is what you hear now. I don't have the brain power to learn a new game or to try something vastly different. So I spent the week when I had free time, which was not often because I'm solo duty as far as the household goes right now. Mm-hmm. And I basically want to go to bed as soon as everybody's asleep. So there's not a lot of time to play anything. But when I did catch a minute, if the kid was occupied, I played Megabonk.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
Yeah,
because that's what this game is for. This game is for, look, you don't have a lot of energy to give. This game is gonna not ask a lot from you. Although here's the problem I discovered. I'm 3 achievements away from 100%ing Megabonk.
Whoa! How'd you do that?
Yeah. Well, it turns out I just did. I'm very close.
Damn.
So I have to obtain 3 leeching crystals in a run. I've gotten 2, but I don't know how to get the third. I've got to get the Chaos Tome and the Cactus one, which by and large, a lot of people say these are the ones that are, the most annoying ones to get. But I've unlocked almost everything in the game. I think there's like 3 items that I don't have unlocked. I have every character unlocked. I have every weapon unlocked.
Will it displease you to know?
Shop.
Would it displease you to know that I got the Cactus Tome like just randomly the other day? That was easy to get. That I just got it, and that you have to.
No, not the Cactus Tome. It's an item called the Cactus.
Oh, maybe I don't. I got something with a cactus. Maybe that's what I got.
Because you have to kill 100 of the cactus enemies in the desert.
Yeah.
With thorns damage.
Oh, maybe it's something else then.
On a reflection when they shoot their projectile at you.
Okay, I mean,
so I would be surprised if you accidented your way into it, but maybe you did.
Stranger things have happened. So who knows?
Yeah.
Well,
like 2% of players have it. I believe it is the rarest achievement.
Oh, there's no way I have it then.
But maybe.
I can't imagine I got that lucky. I just can't see it happening. But anyway.
So yeah, I love it. It's a perfect game for this sort of thing. You go in with goals. Doing some of the achievements have been fun because it is kind of a fun game to play to try and, like tailor a run towards certain items where it's like, okay, well, it's actually beneficial for me to limit my weapon slots. So I've unlocked 4 weapons, 4 tomes, but I can, refund those points and limit myself to only have 2 weapons and 2 tomes. Mm-hmm. And that helps make some of the achievements easier to do. So that sort of stuff is really, really fun. I still, Shatterproof, congratulations on 32,000 kills or whatever you got.
Jeez.
It's insane. It's an insane number.
Yeah.
I think I've got 25,000. I think that's the closest I'm going to get. I don't see me beating Shatterproof anytime soon unless I go real deep on the like how to do it.
Yeah.
But just for builds that I stumble upon, I don't think I'm going to be able to top it. So
it's impressive.
I bow to your skill, Shatterproof. It was very impressive. And he did it with the base level knight too. Although I keep seeing that base level knight high up on leaderboards. So maybe there's something there.
Something's OP with that guy, maybe.
Yeah. I don't like him. But
I don't either. I think he's boring.
His name's Sir Oofy.
Yeah. I mean, everything in this is a meme attempt or a reference.
Yeah, it's,
hit and miss on that stuff.
It's a lot of miss, but at least it's intentional miss. It's one of those things where it's like, they know. Like when you die and they say, dead, DED, maybe him skill issue, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
It's not funny. It's annoying, but you're doing it on purpose, so it's fine.
We can take it if you're doing this all ironically.
You're not pretending you're writing an amazing novel. I still do think that the Chadwell or whatever his name is, the guy who's just like the Mega Chad.
Mega Chad, yeah.
Yeah, I still think that's a funny joke.
Yeah, I think he's fine. My bigger problem is like you said, some of the flavor text. It's just like, okay, I get it. 6-7, let's go.
There's a lot of 6-7 type humor in this.
Not as
not that there's a 6-7 joke.
No, we know
it is that type of humor.
All you kids out there, we know what you guys are up to. All right. Don't think you're so clever all the time.
We do. I got so mad because the teenagers in the house taught my 4-year-old that.
Oh, shit.
And he came in one day and he's like, 6-7. I was like, don't you say that to me.
Yeah. Don't
he's
talk
like,
to your father.
Why? I was like, it's a naughty word. He's like, no, it isn't. It's counting.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Hey, real quick. Here's my level of joke these days. I have not one, but 2 visions from Star Wars. I'm holding them up to the camera here.
Yep.
I have 2 identical, not Star Wars, sorry, from Disney. What was it called? Disney Infinity. So I had Star Wars stuff in it.
Okay.
So there was all the Marvel stuff and Disney stuff. Anyway, I have double vision, and that's a funny joke to me. And it is a pretty funny. That's pretty good, right? I have double vision.
There you go.
Yep.
Nailed it.
Yep.
Nailed it.
It's mostly the delivery, clearly, that won everybody over. But yeah.
You know what one little tangent while I'm thinking about it. You know what my son did the other day? I guess I'm allowed one son story.
Of course.
On the show. So here it is. I'm gonna spend it on this.
All right.
So my wife goes to pick him up from daycare. This was last week, or for preschool. And she goes in, and one of the kids is playing with they made slime or goop or oobleck or whatever you want to call it. They made that stuff. Mm-hmm. And my son is watching another kid play with it. And the kid has a little fish toy. And my son goes up to him and he goes, hey, put that in the goop. And the kid goes, no. He goes, come on, it's water. Put him in the water. Fish wants to go in the water. And the kid goes, no. And my son's like, put it in. And he goes, no. And so my wife's getting all the stuff ready to take him, to pick him up. And she comes back. And he decides he's going to give it one more try. And he goes, hey, put that fish in. Come on, just do it. Just put the fish in. So the kid lightly taps the fish into the goop. Yeah. And my son goes, teacher, he's putting the fish in the goop.
Classic.
Oh, dude.
Turned him in immediately. And I went, no. And I asked my wife, I was like, did you get mad at him for this? And she's like, no. I was like, why? You can't let him get away with that.
It'd be the easiest kid to pick out of a crowd if the question was, which of these kids is John's son? Not just for looks, but what would John do? This sounds like you trying to get me to buy a bad video game on the air and then me doing it and regretting it. That's what it sounds like.
I tried to ask him. I tried to have a talk with him after the fact because he can be a bit of a tattletale.
Yeah.
But he knew what he's doing. So I said, did you get a kid in trouble at school? And he goes, yeah. And I said, that's not good. And I explained to him that it wasn't good. And he goes, well, he's a bad kid.
Oh.
And I went, okay,
beef.
well, wait a minute. He goes, he's mean.
Oh,
and
man, don't join the police force.
And I said, hold on. So there's a part of me that's like hopeful, right? Like maybe this was some great masterminded revenge by my son. Like maybe this kid picked on him.
Sure.
And maybe my son was getting ultimate vengeance. And I was about to be real proud of my boy, actually.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's mean. What did he do? And he says, well, the teacher says to stop playing with toys, and he doesn't stop playing with toys.
Oh, terrible.
And I said, well, that's between him and the teacher. Did he do anything mean to you?
Yeah.
And he sits there, and he's quiet.
Yeah.
And he thinks. And he goes, I can't think of anything.
I love this kid so much.
I said, well, then you don't need to get him in trouble. I was like, the stuff he does for the teacher, let the teacher worry about that. You don't need to turn him in.
That's great. I love everything about that. You're always, you know what? We'll call that the son story token. And you have more tokens than one. You can use them as often as you
great.
want.
Well, that's, we'll do that instead of Dear Martha. There's a story.
There you go. There goes your Dear Martha replacement for the week, everybody.
Yeah.
John, Bo, let's get into what you did. Now, I know Battlefield 6 was a thing, and we were all supposed to play. We got codes, very, very kind, generous donation of codes to all of us. I was actually looking forward to this.
Gave it. You didn't say who it was.
I don't know if he wants me to say is the problem. If he wanted me to, he may say it's okay next or between now and next.
Thank you to Anonymous, unless you don't want to be anonymous, in which case, thank you to, we'll say it when we know.
Yeah, I just don't want to assume. But it's not one of our usual benefactors. Although he has benefacted us before, but then I didn't say then who he was. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think previously that was not necessary as well, but you never know.
Yeah, but I was going to say this before you launch into your review. I tried to play this game. This is not EA's fault. This is not anyone's fault. It's something weird with my motherboard where I have, for some reason, this was off. It's supposed to be on by default. But some Windows games, for security reasons, require you to have on the thing called,
Safe Boot.
Safe Boot, thank you. That's it.
I had the same problem.
Did you? How?
I did.
Did you have any problem where you would go change in your BIOS and then leave and it wouldn't stick?
Yeah. So if it doesn't stick, just ignore it. It'll work anyways.
Oh.
That's what I did.
Well, I tried to launch after.
Yeah, I had the problem. You have to do a thing where I don't remember precisely the steps, but you have to enable a security feature in Windows 11, which for some reason was off. I'm like, why would this be off? For me, I couldn't turn it back on because something was blocking it, and it was damn MiHoYo. I've uninstalled Zen Zone Zero. I have no MiHoYo stuff.
Is that what it was doing?
But still, in my Windows System 32 folder was a little, file that was there, doing God knows what from their anti-cheat protection.
Yeah.
So I found it and deleted it, and then I was able to turn on my security, and then it was like, oh, you got to do these motherboard changes. And I'm like, in your BIOS, and I'm like, oh shit,
it's asking a lot.
So I reboot and go to my BIOS, and lo and behold, it was off. And I went to go switch it on, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
You got to enable Safe Boot from the BIOS, and it would just say still off.
So did mine. That's what I did, but I couldn't launch it when I tried after.
Whatever. But let me just try saving and exiting from the BIOS, and then I loaded back up, and I was able to toggle. There's something in your settings you can't toggle on until Safe Boot's on. The EA instructions are pretty clear, except for that one part where it my BIOS wouldn't register, and apparently it just doesn't show it. So I got it working. And don't update your BIOS. Someone's saying update your BIOS. Don't do that.
I mean,
you only ever need to update your BIOS if you have a specific reason to do it. Don't play with fire.
Yeah, I don't know that this is enough of a reason for me, but
it's not like updating your other stuff where it's like, I need the latest version. It's like, if it's working, it's fine. Or if there's a known problem, do it. But don't just like randomly update your BIOS.
But you got into this game once you got in, man. I'm surprised.
So can we talk about the game now?
Yeah, let's do it.
So you weren't able to get in because of Safe Boot?
Yeah, that's why I didn't play. That was the whole point. As I tried to play this week, I really wanted to play this week, and I just couldn't And then I didn't have time to troubleshoot, so I just haven't done it.
When you go to try it again, if you're not able to save it to, if you're not able to update it, just do what I did and ignore the warning signs. I found a Reddit thread that was saying like there's a lot of people having the issue, so you're not alone.
Okay.
So yeah, and I discovered a lot of people just did it anyway, and then it just worked magically. So
weird. All right.
So Battlefield 6. So we got gifted these codes immediately. You get a free game. You're like, yes, sweet. I was like, thanks, Scott, and I activated it. And then, I was like, let me try this Battlefield 6 out. I had some free time, I wasn't, could have been playing Hades, but decided, hey, let me just try this Battlefield.
You jumped straight to multiplayer, right? You didn't do the campaign.
No, I went to campaign first.
You did.
And this is what it sort of occurred to me as I was loading, like, the reason why it got me to play it, because I've been playing other stuff, is I was like, oh, I shouldn't have agreed to this. Like, milsims make me sad. This is depressing. Like, I just jumped on the free game, activated it, and then I had it installed, and I was like, well, it's a pretty expensive game. I'm like, I was feeling a little guilty about not playing it. So I was like, all right, let me just log in and try it out. It's been a while. It's a shooter, whatever. Yeah. And I started with the campaign because I don't think I've ever played Battlefield, to be honest with you. I've played like Call of Duties and Medal of Honor. I just don't think Battlefield's one I ever played. I've played the Starfront, but Star Wars is just kind of like this game, I guess.
Sure.
And I might have played a Battlefield once or something like that. Anyways, I started with a campaign, and boy, oh boy, did I was feeling real depressed. So the game is a good shooter. I was like, oh, I can shoot, it's fun, like the gun handling's cool. But the story, oh my God, it was making me so sad. And I was like, oh, I felt so bad for agreeing. I should have told them to refund this. I got through 4 missions, and then I was like, I can't do this. I don't know. It's too attached to real world military situations. And this is like the falling apart of NATO. And I'm like, that's happening now. Russia's literally provoking like NATO flying drones into NATO allied countries. There's the ongoing war in Ukraine. I'm just like, this is just not an escape. This is not fun. And high-fiving your bros after mowing down 50 people. I'm just like, those were humans. Like, they lived lives. Like, war sucks, dude. Like, that's it made me feel bad. And I'm like, I'm gonna log off. I don't want to play. And I was like, actually, I should check out the multiplayer. It's what Battlefield's known for,
right?
But I am not playing the campaign, and so I logged into multiplayer, and I had this weird feeling of like, oh, I'm enjoying myself, but still feeling sad. But the more I played, the sadness went away because, thankfully, the multiplayer mode is just army men. It's just whatever. Like, I'm not. There's no geopolitical concerns. I'm not, it's like 100 other shooters I've played, and they've got, guns and stuff, but whatever. They have it in finals. I can play in some weird dystopia that's like Running Man and just blow people up and be disassociated with it. But when people are like high-fiving and be like, war, man, we got to like save us from them because they're bad and we're good. And you know what I mean? Like that whole, like, I just don't buy it. So anyways, TLDR.
Yeah.
The more and more I'm playing multiplayer, the more I'm having a great time with it. It's super fucking fun.
How's the destruction stuff and all that?
It's good. It's not to the level of the finals. So finals to me is the GOAT in terms of a shooter because I love destructible environments. All shooters should just have destructible environments. It's 2025. Like, get on lazy shooter developers. So the finals, like I can just like hit the control point and then just no enemies. I'll just rocket launch the building just to bring the building down and have a diabolical good time. So the level of destruction in this is things are not fully destructible in the way they are in the finals. However, you can blow out walls. I recently discovered C4 because you have to unlock things to get battle rank. So I got C4. I'm playing like mostly the recon class, which is like the infiltrator. And C4 is actually strong enough to bring down walls like grenades and stuff, which makes sense. Grenades don't necessarily blow walls down. They're highly reinforced.
Yeah.
So like tank shells and C4, like very limited stuff will really blow the walls down. But the buildings are still destructible. It still passes the bar. Like, even if you can't take down the main part of a building, you can still blow the face off the walls. And the thing about this game is like finals is like a 3v3 or 5 teams of 3 kind of game, like maybe at most 16 players, 20 players.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these matches are like 100 players in a match, right?
Yeah.
And so there's plenty of destruction happening all around your head. Like, even though you're not blowing stuff up, like the tank shells, there's like just so much shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
It feels very good. So while it's not as destructible, it's still satisfyingly good.
Yeah.
And the more I play it, the more I get into it. And this game rocks, man. I love it. I've played like a ton of it the past 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to get in there. I love the old games.
Go play
so
it
much.
now. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's like the hype. It's like, yeah, it's a mil sim. So if it's not your thing, it won't be your thing. However, if like you even tangentially like playing a competitive FPS, which I do, it's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a winner. It's fun. I started playing it and I'm like, I want to keep playing it.
Yeah.
I suddenly don't want to stop playing anymore.
Yeah.
And the one thing that's bad about mil sims too is I like when games call their gun like the Punisher, the Cycler. This game's all like, here's an M2758 and an M27745, and I'm like, what's the difference? Like, it's not even recognizable names like, oh, that's an Uzi and an MP5 and an AK. It's like, here's a 247 SLV, and I'm like, what the hell is going on with the names of these guns? Like, can you please call them things? I can't tell them apart like at all.
Yeah.
But the game it's fantastic. There's some trouble with hit registration, but it's launched. They're working some stuff out. So
I saw what's his name? I can think of the streamer. Anyway, big streamer, Trout. He had this figured out where if he did 2 slides, it would reset that. So the tracers were all off and he was doing like sniper scopes type stuff. And it's like, So watch this. And he slowed it way down. It's like, yeah, those aren't right. And then he would go zoop, zoop, do these like 2 quick slides and then go back in, and it was like perfect. That's a weird thing. That's a weird bug.
Yeah, there's some weirdness to the game for sure. However, I don't need aiming anymore. I'm just a C4 bot.
Mm-hmm.
Like what I'll do, and that's one gripe I have is like you get extra tools, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have 3 stacks of C4 and an anti-personnel mine, and what I'll do is I'll take the mine and stack all the C4 on top of it.
Yeah.
And just wait around the corner. And if someone's stepping on the mine doesn't blow them up, I'll like click, 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 like Hector Salamanca style and just try and blow people up. Then I can't get any more. So I just kill myself so I can respawn with more C4.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't really care about my kill death ratio or anything. I just like, can you please give me more C4? Thank you.
Do you have a class preference that you've really glommed on?
Yeah, I've been playing nothing but recon.
Just
so
recon.
Sniper rifling. Yeah. I don't know the game very well to play it like assault style. It's definitely probably the better, but like I've been playing a very aggressive recon. Like I'm not sitting in the back line sniping. I'm running in, placing my tracer, and blowing stuff up. Also used a lot of the drone. So the drone's really good for the rest of your team to spot them, right? So it's just like, I'm not killing anything, but it's highlighting them on the map for the other players, and they're like mowing them down. It's like, it's kind of OP, but nobody does the OP thing. Everyone just presses W with their shotgun, and it's like, so I almost feel like the big brain commander on my team a lot of the time, where I'm trying to like, I'm doing like battlefield logistics, but no, I'm not killing things per se.
Yeah.
So recon's my class, and I think that's what the class is meant for, honestly. And I'm having a great time, but I'm going to play all the classes. Like, I don't know how many hours I'm in for this. Like, I really love this game. Like, it's a 10 on the 10 game of the year contender for me, for sure.
You're making me want to get in there. I'm going to fix my problem and get in there. That's what I'm going to do.
Yes, it's good. And like I said, coming from I don't like milsims guy, it's probably doing something right to have converted, to win me over.
Have you done much with the vehicles or any of that? That's my
yeah, sure. Yeah. Sometimes you respawn, and there's like, you can respawn on vehicles.
Yeah.
So there's someone in a tank, and I'll jump in the tank and shoot a bunch, and then get blown,
get killed, and respawn again.
And I respawn in a helicopter, and it was like making you sick. It's like, wee, and you shoot the gun, it goes, and then you blow up and die. I mean, vehicles are just basically like, are you riding it for a little while and they get blown the hell up?
Yeah. I'm into it. I'm excited about that. I love flying.
Oh, one thing a detail I do love. So it's in the little things what makes this game good. So you can be an engineer and you can repair the tanks.
Mm-hmm.
for some reason, the animation for the engineer makes me laugh because they're just basically using like a grind saw on the tank. So just like, there's sparks coming out of it. And it's the stupidest looking thing, but it's awesome.
Well,
I don't want them to change it.
And
another detail I love, so here's something from Overwatch. You know how Genji can do a double jump?
Yeah.
And when he double jumps, he does a 4. When you see him do it in your map as another character, you see him somersault.
Mm-hmm.
But when you play as Genji, your camera stays locked in the front position.
Right. Because it can't do that.
You can't be players are babies and they can't be made sick when they're playing FPS. Well, this game, if you jump off of heights, you'll die, right?
Yeah.
It's a milsim. But if you jump off just enough of a height and press crouch as you land, you'll do a forward somersault to catch the fall and not take damage. And the camera whips around in a somersault. And it's the smallest detail, but that's the kind of stuff that makes me excited for your game, where they're like, it feels like a somersault. They're not like, oh, you're going to get sick if you see a somersault. They're like, here's what happens when you somersault. And it's a chef's kiss. When the food is well prepared. That's an example of like the little details in this game that I'm just like, man, this game's awesome. They're doing somersaults, and it's 2025. We finally get a real somersault in a game. Incredible. Even if it's not in the air, still, I wish more games actually did the somersault animation. So it's like I was on the team telling them, hey, we should do this, and they did it. And I love that about this game.
Currently 380,365 players right now in the game in the middle of the afternoon on Thursday. Pretty good.
It's so good, dude. And another detail, when you jump from high enough too, you also get they have parachutes, so you can jump from any height as long as you navigate the parachute correctly, which isn't hard.
Sure.
I love that detail, and the C4 really is satisfying in this game, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for COD to have some damn competition again. That's the other thing I like. Just I probably won't play Call of Duty. Battlefield's great. Yeah,
and I like the big maps, and there's a lot of different map types too. So,
what if tomorrow though they put up a screen as you logged in that said 20% off Sailor Moon skin or some shit like that? What would you do? Would you just shut it all down and go, I'm done, I'm out?
I mean, I'd be like, well, this sucks, but it's only one skin, so hopefully it won't pollute the game too much. I wouldn't like it. I don't know what I would do. I don't know if I wouldn't just quit and protest, but I might drift off. But I don't even know how long I'll play this game. Like I said, I was about to try and figure out how to refund it or just apologize, or I was expecting my core to be like, yeah, you gifted it to me, and I played for an hour and got really sad and logged off because I hate that military shit. Like, it's just makes me depressed, and it seems like it feels propagandy. Like, sorry, I'm not trying to be offensive or anything, but it's like America, like world police, we're the best. Like, it
comes off worse at certain times than other times. Like if you're dealing with Cold War stuff, I can deal with it because it's historic and
yes, I can play. World War II shooter, no problem. Yeah. I get it, but like if it's like it's 2025 and NATO's falling apart, we're gonna kill some people to make it right again.
Yeah,
the opening scene is like 50 people getting mowed down for some politician's thing. Like it's not edgy or cool. It's just lame as fuck. Like I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but thankfully the multiplayer is just like, I think you're like NATO versus this organization called Pax Armada. It's just army men. It's whatever, soldiers versus terrorists. It doesn't really matter. You don't think about the factions. It's just a fun shooting game.
Big maps.
And I don't mind military guns or anything like that. So
is it all forgive me for not knowing this, but the game modes these days, is it all territorial control stuff? Or are they multiplayer modes?
There's different kinds. The one I'm playing is like there's Rush and Breakthrough right now. I'm not super familiar with the roads, the modes, but right now one of my in order to unlock a sniper rifle, I've got to get 100 kills with an LMR, which I don't, or DMR, which I don't know what that means, but it's like they're basically semi-auto, like single click, one shot sniper rifles that do less damage.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty tough because sniper rifles, you get the hit, you move on, but this one, you're just like, I got to do, anywhere from 2 to 4 follow-up shots depending on the gun. So I got to get 100 kills with those. So I've been playing Rush and Breakthrough because there's less vehicles on those maps. but there's still a large enough population that I can make a sniper nest and try to flank and, farm kills from there. And
that's great.
So, yeah, there's modes called Conquest and Escalation. Like, I don't know if that means anything to you or not.
A little bit.
But there's like capture the flag, so capture areas, whoever holds the most.
Right.
There's ones
Capture
where like whoever dies the most loses.
There's just a straight up like single life, one hit, one kill battle royale, not battle royale, but like a style of that where it's Counter-Strike.
I saw in the challenges there's like squad deathmatch, so I think there is like a last man standing sort of deal, but maybe squad based.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last team standing. Basically.
There's this thing called CQB, close quarters battle, which I don't know what that is about. And there's modes where it's like you can use any gun, and there's modes where you can only use your class's loadouts.
Oh, gotcha.
Like that. There's a ton. I imagine they're adding more, and they seem to be doing weekly quests like Overwatch does it, where if you miss a week, you can still catch up and do the previous week's quests for your XP and stuff. I imagine they're going to do seasons and battle passes like Overwatch. It seems to me what's going to happen.
Yeah. Now that it's the fact that it's a premium game, you pay for it. Maybe they'll. I feel like EA needs a win right now. This feels like a good win.
I mean, yeah, that's literally the only downside is like, what the hell's going on with EA? Why is this company involved with it? Because like Battlefield 6 is awesome. Like I'm a fan. I'm just like, damn, this game, like, what do they say? Slaps.
It slaps. That's what the kids say. It slaps. Yeah.
Slaps real good. And that's why I didn't realize it sold 7 million. I thought maybe it was a small thing, but this is no small game.
No, that's massive.
So
they shouldn't say the new phrase should be it goes into the goo. It puts your dinosaur in the goo. Or John, what did he
put your dinosaur in the goo?
Yeah, what did your son try to tell a kid? What was it?
Put the fish in the goo.
Oh, put the fish in the goo.
Water. Put the fish in the goo.
So in this game, the fish is in the goo, man.
This game really puts the fish in the goo.
There you go. We did it.
John should say it. He has the voice for it.
Yeah, you got do it, John.
Okay. This game really puts the fish in the goo.
Nice.
Your voice is so awesome when you're
That's
sick.
really cool. When you're sick. That's very cool.
It's very impressive.
I like it a lot. Don't forget, John does this sometimes. It's one of my favorite things he ever did.
That's when he's trying to eat a nut.
All right. Well, there you go. Bo, what else did you get up to? I know a lot more.
I got up to a ton of shit, so I'm not going to say too much about Hades 2. It's a great game of the year 2025.
Yeah, we talked about it like 2 weeks ago.
I'll probably talk about more because I'm not done. I am not done with it. Even though I got messages playing Battlefield. Are you bored of Hades 2?
Well, everybody thinks that's what that means, but no.
Yeah, but I haven't no lifing it, so understandable. I got gifted a couple of tables by, I believe it was Rhino. I have to double check in chat from Pinball FX. So I played some Pinball FX. It's pinball.
Do you have a favorite table or anything like that?
Let me make sure that was the right person. I hate half the time I credit the wrong person and then I feel bad later about it.
Paul Giamatti playing Rhino. Got it. Nailed it.
Maybe I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was Rhino. I don't remember. I can't find the email anymore.
Okay.
So, whatever.
All right.
But thank you. If not Rhino, then whoever gifted it to me. Anyways, yeah, I got gifted some tables. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, when you first launch the game for the first time, they give you a day pass to play all the tables. So I kind of just tried everything.
Bastards. That's how they get you because they want you to buy the tables, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, I tried the pinball. It feels good. It's like pinball. I'd probably spend more time with it, but I tried a lot of different games, so I only spent a couple hours in there. It's good. It's pinball. Like I don't know what to say. There wasn't anything earth-shattering, but it did perform well. I do remember being told in the message from the gift to make sure to turn my screen vertical, and unfortunately, I don't think my screen goes vertical. Oh, it might actually go vertical. I forgot to check.
That makes
sense. That would definitely be a better.
Yeah, get the whole board and you look down.
That would be a better way to play. I forgot to check. I don't think it rotates though. I have this feeling it doesn't, but I could be mistaken. But yeah,
that's interesting.
Anyways, but yeah, played some Pinball FX. It was cool.
Very nice.
Yeah, so it's not too expensive of a thing to try it either.
Right.
But, yeah. But so next up, here's the highlight.
Oh, right. So I'm so nervous about this. I'm terrified of the next
Steam
game.
Next Fest is happening, and a lot of demos were out, and there's actually a couple of interesting ones. Number one for me, Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown.
Mm-hmm.
The strategy game where you play the seasons of Star Trek Voyager, but what if you made the decisions? And it's a demo of it. So I'm able to tell you the good and the bad.
Were there
Now,
how many missions in the demo? Just a few?
So the demo was maybe a couple hours, and it's basically episode 1 of Voyager. Voyager? Yeah. Voyager. But not the whole thing. So, I've picked up Neelix and B'Elanna, but we haven't rescued Chakotay from the caretaker yet.
Well, that's a shame. Should have left him there.
So, but we found the Ocampa. We've got not Neelix, what's her name? Bez? I can't remember.
Oh, B'Elanna Torres?
Not B'Elanna, the blonde, the Ocampa with the ears.
Oh, the Neelix is hot for.
I just can't remember what her name was.
Cav. Shit.
Neelix's partner, they're a couple.
Yeah, the one that she get left after a couple seasons. Her name is Cass.
K-E-S. Yeah.
Shit.
Kess.
Anyway,
so so Kess, I just picked up Kess, saved her from she wanted to leave the Ocampa. The Ocampa mainly live inside this rock. I forget what happens. It's been a while since I watched Voyager, but it's about midway through episode 1, or maybe it's a 2-parter, and it's just the first half. So here's the main loop of the game. You have your LCARS side screen of your ship, where you're going to clear out rubble and install facilities, assign Star Trek heroes, they call them, to the various rooms if you want to, and XCOM style build out your ship, right? There's this strategy layer. The other one is the star system, flying to planets, collecting deuterium and something else. Fuel to
dilithium. Isn't it dilithium?
No, there is dilithium, but you don't get that yet.
Oh.
The thing is deuterium right now to power the warp core.
Okay.
Deuterium and minerals to make shit with, basically. And then so you fly around, and there's a story mission, and then you just fly around. It's pretty straightforward. You just scan something, it's got minerals, you fly to it. There's a little FTL event that's do you want to do this the easy way or the hard way? And you get more of something if you do it the hard way.
Yeah.
And then the scenarios are just it feels kind of FTL-ish, where it's just you have a decision tree to make. You either choose this choice or choose that choice. And the story unfolds based on how you react to it. There's also away missions, and your different heroes can solve different away mission problems with a number. It sort of works like a tabletop thing. And there's key art, but there's no real animation or, it's just there's a key art, a text description of what happens, and then you use your characters to overcome the challenge with a dice roll, basically.
Okay.
Plus modifier. So what I will say is this game, do not put high expectations on the level of production for animations and stuff. Basically, you're going to see the guys on the ship, and there'll be text boxes like a visual novel. You'll get your LCARS view and your space view. So expect something more on the indie, small-scale scope side of the game.
Okay.
That being said, I found that I started playing because I was interested, and I didn't get bored, and I kind of got sucked into a point where I was like, man, the demo's over already? I want to keep playing. I want to keep developing my ship. In short, it was fun. Are there problems? Yes. And I went to their Discord and reported the problems to them because I want this game to be good. So major problem number 1, no voice acting at all.
Oh, there's none? Not even. I was going to ask you
not even the opening cinematic.
Okay.
And because I said even if you do it like Yakuza, where just main story gets voice acted, and then most of the dialogue's Nani? That's fine.
Yeah.
Because there's probably a lot of text in this game. I'm imagining if they're doing the entire series.
Yeah.
There is a Borg tech tree that I saw, so they're definitely going to be doing 6 of 9 and stuff in there as well.
7 of 9, but yeah.
7 of 9. Whatever.
6, 7, whatever.
Close enough.
I like it. She's just
Imagine
later
if we knew each other and I call her 6 of 9, she'd kill me.
Yeah, Jerry Ryan would destroy you if that happened.
Especially if I reacted with whatever.
Yeah.
All your board names sound the same to me. And she's like, we don't have names.
Yeah.
I would understand if it wasn't fully voiced. But it felt naked. It felt a little bit like something was missing, and it would really benefit from some performance.
Even
it doesn't have to be
fake voices. Like even the people, even if you can't get the actual actors.
Some close enough TM voices. Doesn't have to knock it out of the park, but we need some voices. Another reviewer also mentioned, and I agree with it, they need a little bit more authentic sound effects from Star Trek. I didn't play a ton, but it felt, and the music overall was okay. Like, again, it's not going to blow you away with what they have, but the music was okay. Like, the mood and sound fit, but it needs a little more spice on that front as well. The other thing too is I forget it now. I'm so distracted with the sound stuff. But the other big thing I think for this game is just it might be a little basic.
Yeah,
it might be a little basic.
You don't think there's depth there if you went further?
It's not that there's depth, but I looked at like the previous games they made, and it was just like, I don't know if you guys know what Asterix and Obelix is, but these developers haven't really made anything that I would think is like, in this genre. So it's kind of an unknown. What they have here is good. Like, I'm enjoying it. I will be buying it, and I'm looking forward to playing it. And I think I will get my money's worth and be entertained with it. But, it's just a little, when you see something good, you're like, you get ambitious to be like, and I want to see more. And it just feels like probably they're not going to be able to deliver on it. Oh, I know what the other thing was. Sometimes on away teams, it's going to ask you to pick the people on the away teams.
Yeah.
And it's going to, they have hand-drawn art, which is pretty decent, I think. It's stylized, but not bad. But the heroes I picked for the away team were not the ones picked on the away team. And I complained about that. Like I didn't pick Paris to go on an away team mission.
Never do.
Paris.
Never pick Paris. He sucks.
Yeah,
I hate him.
But the key art had Paris in it. And I'm like, that's not the best. I was like, I picked someone else on the mission. Why is the game not reacting to my selection? So I didn't love that aspect.
It's a fair question. I don't think that's an unfair question.
Right? I mean, the game's going to be, I'm guessing, like 30 or 40 Canadian. I mean, it's okay for me to expect some things. That being said, I have a feeling the game will be simple strategically, and you'll probably catapult into easiness fairly quickly. Oh, and I also did a space combat. That's where the other feedback is. Space combat, it felt a little janky, I guess, overall. Like, it wasn't terrible. The ships fly on the same horizontal plane, fire torpedoes. It just wasn't very, you weren't stunned. You don't look at it and go, wow, video game Star Trek, cool. It just felt like, okay, they did it. They did it correctly for the most part, so, but, and like, there's a weird directional thing where the ships, because the way they're circulating around things kind of was janky, the way they hopped around. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but this isn't gonna, this is gonna fit in sort of that, it's serviceable enough of a video game, and I like Star Trek enough, and I'm starved for good Star Trek content, that I'll probably play it. But if it was not a Star Trek game, I might be like, meh. You know what I mean?
I feel that. I could see that.
It's going to sort of exist in that space. So we'll see. I wish I could just give you all hope and say it's the best thing I ever played, but no. So,
well, who can do that, really?
Yeah.
What else
that's
you got?
Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown.
Oh, we already did Invasion demo. Tell me about Whiskerwood.
So we talked about Cosmic Invasion, which I loved.
Yeah.
Whiskerwood, that's the new city builder, but involves cats. I only played about 10 minutes. The problem is with those kinds of games, as I knew I was going to be frustrated because I'm just about getting into it, and then I can't use certain features because it's a demo. And I said, you know what? I'm probably definitely buying this, so I don't really need to demo this.
Are you annoyed? I mean, it really does. Like, the style of it looks like it was taken right out of that Beaver game. It's like voxels.
Yeah, it's Timberborn, except it feels more naval. Like, it already feels like it's more boat bound than Timberborn is.
Yeah.
Like, there's obviously water in Timberborn, but water's a mechanic. You're a beaver. You're trying to manage water.
Yeah.
it feels a little random that you're pirate cats or boat faring cats, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It works. It's the same way. It has a blocky look to it. You go on the land, you make buildings, they make shit. You give taxes to the Lord Cat. Yeah. I was like, I played 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm probably going to buy this for sure. And it seems competently enough put together that I'm sure it's going to be good.
Yeah. So, just wait till you get the full.
So I just mentioned it that I tried it and it was okay. But,
all right. There you go.
The next one I do want to talk about, though, it's the last game.
I'm so curious about this. Oh my gosh.
So Skate Story is so I can provide some answers. So Skate Story is a skateboarding game. However, it's not a simulator. So like Tony Hawk and Skate, for example, are games where, there's points or there's just shit in it, but mostly you'll log in and just skate for fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a game that's more like a quest where you're skateboarding. And basically the setup is you're a demon in hell. And you get this idea that you want to eat the moon, but you have to get to the moon. And the only way is to go fast. And then hell presents you with a skateboard. So you're like, I know how to get to the moon. I'll skateboard to the moon. And so the game sort of starts you off where you're learning how to skate. And basically skating is like going through these courses where that red stuff you see will like kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Will like damage you and send you back to the start of the level for you to try to level again, but it's basically like a failure. So you don't want to hit the red stuff. So the demon's going to eat the moon, and you get the skateboard. You're kind of showing the video of just the beginning right now.
Yeah.
So you learn to sort of skate, and as you learn to skate, there's these glyphs that are eyes. They don't like that you're skateboarding because you're making a racket. But you don't care. You go ahead, you skate super fast, and as you play through the initial prologue, you get to the moon, and you do damage to the moon. By then, you've learned how to ollie. So if you ollie, it'll damage the moon, and then once you fully damage the moon, you eat the moon.
Oh, good. F the moon.
And the glyph eyes are really unhappy about this. So they summon the philosopher,
mm-hmm.
and the philosopher says, "Oh, He's like, I'm interested in this skateboarding thing, but I don't know if I can let you eat the moon. So I'm going to contemplate it. Let's go to this Lyceum place. So you go to this hub where you can, like you're learning, I guess, how the world works or whatever. I can get these think pieces to give to philosophers, and they'll unlock doors for me and they'll teach me tricks. And then right now I'm at a boss fight with the philosopher where he's like, show me why I should think about skateboarding. And I've got to do tricks for him. Yeah. So I can do pop shove-its and kick flips, but the philosopher needs to be impressed. He's like, go faster. You also have a button after you do a trick where you can stomp. And then that does more damage to the bosses you fight or more points. And so basically what I'm getting from this is that it's a levels game, like Think Thumper or, a psychedelic levels game where you're on a skateboard doing weird psychedelic shit. And it's awesome.
I've heard really cool stuff. Yeah. I've been following this for years, right? This is like 4 or 5 years in development or something.
I think the thing that doesn't come through until you start playing it is that the vibe, once you're like sort of getting into it, is like pretty immaculate. Like, it's fully weird, but I find it in a good way. Like, it's like, this is good. This is good, like indie development weird, stuff where it's like just these big heads show up. The skateboarding is good. Now the controls are very different from all skateboarding games, and that is an annoyance. But you just have to think of it as, well, it's not trying to be a skateboard simulator. It's just a different thing.
Yeah.
Because like when you pop ollies, a little loop will show up, and if you pop the ollie when the loop is strongest, then that's when you should ollie, which is not like most games.
Yeah.
They never have that thing. But it's a video game thing. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just adjusting to it. And the way you do tricks is a little weird too. I don't know. I'm still open-minded to getting used to the new control scheme.
It's another
because
Devolver.
It does let you do.
Is it Devolver Digital doing this thing? I think, right? It's a publisher.
Well, the game is developed by Sam Eng, so one guy, I guess, and it's Devolver who's publishing.
Okay, that's what I couldn't remember what the deal was.
Another cool thing about the game is the soundtrack is awesome. And that's something you didn't really get from trailers and stuff like that. It's like the music in the game is like very well considered, and I think it's bands and stuff like that. Like there's names and album covers, but it's all like indie style games. But the music selection and sound adds a lot to the game. So I'm gonna buy this. This is a good game.
It looks awesome. When's this out?
Yeah.
Is this out before the end of the year?
It says 8 December, so you got a bit of time.
All right. Looks awesome.
But I was pleasantly surprised because I thought, let me try this, and probably I'm not going to like it. But I still, let me check it out. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh shit, this game's good.
Legit,
I like this thing.
Legit video game, right?
It is a legitly fun game. So yeah, big props to Skate Story. Looking forward to playing it. It was an awesome Next Fest, man. I played a lot of demos.
I feel bad that John has been so ill. This is usually like a really big time of year for you. Play all these next.
Yeah, I was excited to see it, and I immediately got Marvel Cosmic Invasion, and then I was like, I don't even feel good enough to look through anymore.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
But I'm getting there. Maybe I'll check out a few. When my wife gets back, I have every intention to be like, can I go disappear for a while, a day?
Yeah.
Can I pretend I don't exist for a day or two?
And you got some
game time in.
Are the kids are all in school for part of the day, and then like at night it's go time.
My son is. There's a fall break going on too.
Oh, fun. All right.
Yeah.
Hands full all around. Well, let's do an email and get us out of here. This is one of these.
That's a good question.
This came to us from Dafyed. I'm not sure how you say that. Dafyed? I don't know. He sent this to the 10 Hams line, actually, 10hams.com, and he said, I just wanted to comment on Beau's remark about playing Baldur's Gate 3 on Steam Deck. This weekend, I borrowed my son's Steam Deck, opened that game up to me, providing hundreds of hours of entertainment while I was on break from Final Fantasy XIV. And wow, I immediately ordered an Xbox Studio controller, as Scott recommended, and started playing on my PC. When I first attempted to play on my laptop using keyboard and mouse, the controls felt foreign and confusing, and I couldn't even make it off the Mind Flayer ship in the intro. But for some reason, the controller felt natural and intuitive. I got to say this. So I think that Varian gets not enough credit for making that game with all its complexities extremely controller friendly and intuitive. It's very, very, very good. But I don't think you're going to convince somebody like you, who will always favor a keyboard combo, mouse combo for that kind of game. I mean, you're not going to change the way you play these. Right? I mean,
yeah, I just know. Like I totally use a controller. I've been using it to play Hades, but like, will I use it to play Battlefield? Like, no, never.
Probably not. Yeah.
So yeah,
I might
just zero. I'll just uninstall the game. But like the controllers, like it's tool for the job for me.
Yeah.
People have asked like, why not? Can't you play mouse and keyboard in Hades? And I'm like, the dodging is and the way movement is, it's clearly superior with the controller.
Yeah.
WASD. One thing I hate about WASD movement in isometric games is it only gives you 4 directions of movement. Or I guess technically,
well, if you combine like A and W, you get another one, so you have 8 total, but it's still not great.
That's not precision control, right? So the thing is about non-WASD controls with like move to mouse click. I'm a fast mouse clicker, so that's way better control than a controller would give me, but not with WASD. If WASD isometric's there, it's actually like, very.
But Baldur's Gate 3 in particular, though, I just think is, because it's turn-based and because it's more methodical, I think controller-based play is 100%. It's as good a tool. Like this, to me, the tools to play that game are equal. Keyboard, mouse, controller, pick your poison, whichever you prefer. Baldur's Gate 3 is going to run great either way. But something like a shooter, you may lean more,
I'd be wondering, like, towards Act 3, I had per character, like, 50 buttons, so... I don't know how they get around. I haven't tried with controller, so I don't know how. Like, chances are someone else might find it fine, and I might find it aggravating. You know what I mean? So I also don't know.
Sure, there's always that.
How much tolerance levels people have are different. Where I'm just like, I've got to like tab through 4 menus with my left trigger button. Like, oh, thank you. You know what I mean? Because there's a ton of buttons. Like I usually max out the bottom screen, so it's like this big.
Yeah.
And I'll have like all my items and shit on there, but you know, I can't speak to it. I couldn't tell you. It might be amazing. I don't know.
Here's the good news. If you are playing on Steam Deck, this is a whole side note. Varian did an awesome update where they included, or they did a build for Linux natively. So you no longer are translating it on Steam Deck for Windows. You are running the raw ass binary version of the game running in a Linux environment, which is the native environment of a Steam Deck. So supposedly it's a huge improvement on performance and like all the reasons to play it on. If you're cool with controller and you want to play it mobilely, this I guess now is the time. It doesn't import your saves though, unless you jump through a bunch of weird hoops. But you'd probably want to start a new run anyway. So
yeah, there is a subcategory on Steam that's like Steam plus Linux titles where you can find all the native games.
Yeah. I try to do that when I'm playing on deck, and it's really actually not hard to port. It just depends on how interested the company is in doing it, meaning the publisher or developer of the particular game. But I
don't know how many the new ones are, but it did say like 20,000 games.
Yeah,
in that category.
They have a lot.
It's a lot of them. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Daff Yed, and anybody else who wants to write in, talk to thecore@gmail.com, or you can text us or voicemail us at 10hams.com. I want to thank some patrons, brand new ones. We got Purple Grimace. Is there any other kind, really, than Purple Grimace?
If your grimace ain't purple, call the doctor.
Stick it in. Oh, do you guys want to see something funny that a fan sent me that I don't know why they sent me this, and also I don't have their name. They were anonymous, and I couldn't trace out where it came from, but I'm going to share it with you. It's gross. Hold on. Here it is. Not gross, but it's visually questionable. Where is it?
Officially questionable.
He sent me, okay, you know how the peach emoji on a phone is like girls and like the eggplant's like the wiener. You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
You've seen that before where the individual...
I've seen the peach emoji. I
thought it was for a butt. I thought peach was a butt.
Oh, I thought it was a vagage. No?
I don't know. I don't emoji people.
Well, here's what they sent me. And you tell me how you feel about this. That right there. There you go.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's reached its ultimate form.
Yeah, I feel like this is final form of the emoji.
This is foreplay.
Yeah, or something.
Although, why would you put that end in?
Well, that's the end. Is that the end with the... Oh.
Well,
the leafy end shouldn't go in.
Well, here's the leafy end. I think is meant to be the tip, right? Because here, I'll show you. I can't believe we're talking about this.
The leaves representing pubes, right? That's the puby base.
I always thought it was this way because of the angle it's at.
Yeah, it's aimed up. It's excited. It's ready to go out.
It's ready to go on a date.
It can be excited and aimed down. I don't think mine just shoots straight up and defies gravity when it's hard. It might just be like.
Wait a minute. I can't believe this is. I can't ask it. I can't ask. I don't want to know. This is like finding out you pooped in a lake.
You don't want to know?
I was fine with when you pooped in a lake. It was like, wait a minute, you really pooped in a lake, or you shower after taking a dump, or these different things. It's all fine. But this one, I feel like there might actually be. It shouldn't go down.
Is that you're worried about disfigurement?
Well, I don't think it's supposed to go down, so I'm just worried about you. It should be.
It doesn't go down, but it doesn't just shoot straight up like a tent pole, right? It gets like you get what's the word for it? You get bricked up, right? But it's not like it immediately just goes straight up. Like especially if I have pants on, it pushes it down, even though it's hard, right?
Yes.
So I always took it. And usually if it goes out, not up, right?
Yeah.
Like it lifts up, but it stays straight.
What I've learned is I should have never shown this, because then we wouldn't have gone here.
Well, John could have told you that.
Yeah, John could have warned me.
But he's too sick to stop you.
Yeah, he's too sick. He can't end this. Actually, I don't even know if are you up to grandma or no.
Is what I'm saying make sense? Isn't that the puby base? Or
I mean, I have no idea.
I don't know that, or they put a wig on top of it to have a nice day out.
It's a little hat.
I wouldn't start with the hair. To me, the rule of sex is hair end not first, right? Hair end last.
Yeah, but I don't know. You know what? Write in and let us know, chat. We want to hear what you
tell
think.
us the rules of sex. None of us know.
Omega 9. They're all different. Yeah, you're right. They all are. Okay. Let's get out of here. Grandma is Grandma in the mood to read or no? I don't want to.
We'll take advantage of the epic voice, and we'll just do an epic voice reading.
All right.
Of what we played.
All right, Grandma.
Nice.
Grandma with a you know what? Grandpa with a cool movie voice. Tell us what we played today. What did we?
In a world where you listen to a 3-hour podcast, but you don't remember the games they talked about, these are those games: Ball X Pit, The Exit 8, Funguys Swarm, Soulstone Survivors, Silent Hill F, Megabonk, Marvel Cosmic Invasion, Battlefield 6, Hades 2, Pinball FX, Cosmic... Well, I already said that. Stop it. Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown, Whiskerwood, and Skate Story.
Nice. Oh, also, I guess I'm told. Oh, damn! I totally forgot. We had a mashup today. I know what it is.
6.
It's a Scott Plays Silent Hill Part 1, the Silent Hill F Part 1. Put on the big pants. You know what I'm going to do for
Apparently,
time? Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, they're yelling about mashups in the.
Yeah, that's
chat
what I was talking about. So here's what I'm saying. I'm thinking what we'll do. How long is this mashup? Hold on. That's 3 minutes. John, do you have 3 minutes? Can you make it?
Yeah, let's do 3 minutes.
All right, we're not leaving yet then.
I'm listening. I can listen.
All right,
I'm going to have to do that whether I want to or not.
Laughing might kill you. That's the problem.
I just don't want to hurt you. That's all. All right? That's it. I just don't want to hurt John. All right, that's what we're going to do, though. Since we have we got it. I'm glad he reminded me. Today's been a little nuts. Here it is. It's Scott Plays Silent Hill, and I'm sure he'll John in here as well. Here you go. Oh, it's going to bug me the whole time. Hey, I'm your buddy.
Up the stairs.
I'll keep an eye out in the back.
I'm Mr. Backshirt, and I'm here to help you through the world of Silent Hill.
Silent Hill. All right, well, here we go.
Did you bring a fox, or do you have 0 fox to give?
I have 0 fox to give. I'm all out of fox. Blah, 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 blah. What is that? Bulbasaur. Oh, shit. Ugh. No, sir, I don't like that. Oh, no!
So far, Scott doesn't like dolls, mirrors, and static.
I'm glad you remembered the doll. I forgot about the doll. Run. Oh, no. Go. Get through the hole. Oh! Get off. Oh, my gosh, dude. Ooh. Oh, shit. What is that? How am I supposed to fight that? Oh, no, just what? Shit. Shit. No. Oh, where do I go? And what do I do? Oh, John. Don't do that. Son of a bitch.
Okay. Dolls, buzzing sounds, mirrors, doors.
Bandage. No. Where's the other door? Ah! It doesn't fit. Oh, shit. Oh. Run like the freaking horse butt. Oh, shit. That's the door. Run, you bitch hole. Go. Get all the way off. It's not going to be okay. Oh, shit. I'm going to shit myself. Oh, shit. What is this? A bandage. That's her over there.
Hey, don't worry. I got your back.
Ooh, those boobs are weird.
She's showing you the cooch. Get her.
Get her in the cooch.
Oh, so good. Exactly what I wanted.
Ah! Oh, shit. Oh! Cooch shot. Oh, she stabbed me. If that opens up and there's a fat guy selling me stuff, get your lawyers ready. Whoa. Who's that? That's a face. That's a fox face. I don't like how he looks over there. F that shit. Oh, he's creepy as shit. Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. Oh, shit. Holy shit. What's wrong with his teats? Oh, it's his guts. Oh, I don't like it. It's got maggots in there. Oh, gross. Oh, no. I don't know what to do. I don't have a weapon. John, do I just run? Run, you stupid bitch. Run.
Scott, once again.
I don't know why I'm saying this.
The problem begins at the controller.
Oh, I'm so pooped. I'm so very pooped. Oh, no. I need my lamp. This is horse shit. son of a bitch. I didn't move it. I didn't do that. Oh, no. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord.
F that guy. F him.
Shut up, the Wraith 86. Whoa, there's two of them. Oh,
Run past
shit.
him.
Damn it to shit. Just a guy up my ass. Run. Put on your big pants. Oh, blah, blah. Oh, there's three of them. F those things. Put on your big pants. Did I say that? I don't even know. One of these days I'm going to say something really offensive and not even know I said it. Yeah, I'm sure these upcoming episodes will have one of those. But oh my gosh, dude.
Wow, that made my face hurt.
I love it. My favorite thing about Scott is that your reaction to being in a scary video game situation, like you're from normal to afraid, it's a switch. It's just an analog switch. It's either on or it's off. You're either at a 0 or a 10.
Yeah.
Most people have a dial of like, oh, this is getting a little spooky. Not you. You're just like, I'm fine. I'm Scott Johnson. I'm here to have a good time. Yeah. One creepy thing, you're at 100.
Yep. You're right.
I think that there was some crescendos in there. He starts with the low.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There are times where I'm perfectly having a good time. I'm walking down the street. John's giving me advice, and then bam, something jumps out. I mean, I'm the perfect sucker for a jump scare in a video game. In movies, they don't even faze me. Nothing jump scares me in movies. But this thing. But I wouldn't do it with anybody else. So thanks, John, for holding my hand through that experience. And tomorrow we'll do more. So come back tomorrow. If John is any sicker than he is now, though, I may postpone it and do it a different day with him. But we'll see how you're doing. We'll check in.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Thanks for toughing it out through this. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Go play some video games, you guys, and we'll see you next week.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.